invite right. Here we go.
Hello guys, welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. Thank you for joining us for tonight's live stream. Before anything else, of course, while waiting for Rich, let's have a quick shout out to those who came in today. Thank you so much, Slick Rick, for joining us and helping us manning the board. And Keith Williams is here. Thank you, Keith. Johnny is here. Thank you, Johnny, for joining us. And also we have Naps, Slick Rick, of course, Anders. We have Michael Moy. Morris is also here. Hey, Morris. And we have, who else is here? We have the Big Boss. Oh, you're early today. Thank you, Big Boss. And I think that's it. Okay, so we have Jeff D also joining us tonight. We also have the Quiet Expat. Welcome to our live stream. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Hi, Chrissy. Please, Jeff, say hi to Chrissy for me. Ahmed Durama is also here. Also, PB joining us for today. And yeah, so our topic for today is married again after 50. Is it a smart move or a huge mistake? But then again, before we start our live stream for today, don't forget that this is a call-in live stream. The number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It's 415-490-8030. Call us in and give us your take. You have 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Please be concise and deliver us your thoughts in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And of course, if you're most importantly, Slick Rick will be helping us to keep the chat respectful. And please be respectful, everyone on the chat and on the call. Let's keep it real and polite. So the topic again is getting married again at 50, a smart move or a huge mistake. So you're here already. So a lot of guys who come here to the Philippines, or maybe not just only the Philippines, but in Southeast Asia, most of them are either divorced, they got married, divorced, have kids, they have a career, and then of course when you got divorced and then you meet someone, do you think that there's a question that comes into your mind, should you get married again?
Before we get into this live stream, there's a couple emails that we received,
Okay.
and I wanted to read them because I wanted to say thank you to a couple of our
Okay.
to a couple of our subscribers, and I really wanted to say thank you. So, this person, I don't know who this person is because they didn't send a salutation or whatever, but it says, Richie and Cheng, this is about yesterday's live stream.
Okay.
That was a good live stream. I was a cheater and I did on 2 different women I was married to. Both times I got to a point that I was tired of giving 110% every day, and the sex was getting less when the wedding was over. And I was so tired of begging for it and only getting it once a month, if that. Yeah, both times I got caught. One time the girl left her red bra in my car after we went for an afternoon drive without sex. Just know a cheater can change. Now that I have such a wonderful Filipino wife living here on the Oregon coast that takes great care of me and for 6 years now, I have no desire to cheat ever. I thought that was kind of cool. And it's I don't really need a salutation or the name of the person, but I thought it touched somebody enough that they felt the need to write in and send an email. But I thought that was really cool. But then a second email, which I also thought was really cool. And this one I'm going to shout him out is from Cliff. Cliff, thank you very much. We had an awesome time meeting up with Cliff and his gal. And Cliff said, "Hey, Rich and Cheng, this is Cliff from the south side of California. I just wanted to thank both of you guys. I would never have gotten on a plane and flown across the ocean to another country if it wasn't for the information and encouragement that you give on your show. I want people to know that what you guys say is accurate, and the warmth, kindness, and love you show in the program is exactly the same in person. Because of what I learned from you, I met an amazing Filipina who's been nothing but wonderful. She's never asked me for anything, even after going to 7 different malls. So far, we haven't even had a disagreement. Oh, that's going to change at some point, but that's still an excellent thing. I'm still playing the long game like you guys teach, but I just wanted to call and personally thank you both. You guys are family to me now. Your brother Cliff from the south side of California. And he sent a nice picture of himself with his Filipina girl. I think I can show this, right? Yeah, with his.
We can't see it.
Oh, I can't even really show it, right? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, it was in there. There.
Yeah.
Okay, right there, right there. All right, so it was cool. So anyway, thank you, Cliff. That was really cool. And which just goes to show, and the reason I wanted to read those because it just shows that we do touch people, and what we do does connect and resonate with some people. And I thank you guys for writing in, not just for us, but I think that a lot of what you guys talk about, the things that you guys share, helps a lot of other people out there as well. So that's why I want to share that. Okay, go ahead with what you were saying. I apologize for cutting that.
Okay, so the question that a lot of guys have is, should I get married again? Because at this age, people think things about things differently. It's about retirement, of course, the finances that they have, the health, and then their family responsibilities. So being married at the age of 50 isn't really about romance anymore. I think it's about real life consequences. So my question to you guys and to you, Rich, also, if you were 50 or 50 at your age, would you get married again or just stay partners?
I there's a part of me that's actually romantic and that really thinks that being married again would be really awesome. But then there's the part of me, the logic, the reasonable part, the part that says that where I understand the truth is for a lot of guys post 50 that the bad outweighs the good, the negatives will outweigh the positives. And so I don't like to say never, but I would think that I probably would not advise people to get married after 50. I think having a long-term relationship would be good. If you did get married, I would absolutely admonish you to get a prenuptial agreement. But as far as getting married after 50, I think I don't know. I would probably say lean toward no. That would be my answer.
If I'm going to be really honest about myself, I think I still want to get married, not because of me, but because of the boys. Because I don't want them to feel like an outsider in a relationship. I want them to be in a family. And being married makes them feel that, oh, your parents are married. You have a mom, even if you have a stepdad, they're married. But, if me and my partner were not married, then they will always feel like an outsider in the relationship. And I don't want them to feel that. But I'm okay with...
Seems like you got some convincing to do, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, and also, but if I'm just considering me or just myself without the boys, I think I'm just okay with being a long-term partner, without the marriage. Because relating this to what happens in a relationship, let's say for example, yesterday we talked about cheating. If your partner will be cheating on you, then I think it will be, on the legal side, it will be easier to just go separate ways without having the legal hassle of if you're just a long-term partner.
Right. I just think that for the most part, most of the dudes that are here have been married before. Some dude, I mean, we've met guys. I've met several people that have been married 3, 4, 5 times. And in my mind, if you've been married 5 times, somebody changed my mind. But if you've been married 5 times, the problem is you. That's changed my mind. If I'm wrong, then show me I'm wrong. But why do it again? Why do it? You really feel like you figured it out on the 6th time? Really? Why do it again? I just don't think. in my mind, I haven't been married 3 or 4 or 5 times or 2 times or anything like that. But my thinking is, no, I don't. I think having a long-term partner would be good for me.
Mm-hmm. So
tell me reasons. Give me some. So aside from your reasons, you mentioned the boys. Give us some reasons why you think people should get married after age 50. Why a man? Why a man? Since the majority of our audience are men, give us reasons why you think foreign men should come here to the Philippines or move abroad and marry, not just be in a relationship, but marry a woman after age 50.
I think sometimes the reason is very simple. I think number one, it's companionship.
Okay, but can't you get that? Can't you get that just being in a long-term relationship?
Marriage benefits more of the women compared to others.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you give us men because the majority of us are men. Give us reasons why we should go out, come to the Philippines or Thailand or wherever, and marry a woman, knowing what we know, having experienced what we've experienced, and most of these divorces are hard in the U.S. Right? We always take it in the shorts. Give us a logical reason without being emotional. Give us some logic. Give us some reasons why we should come here and marry a woman. Give it to us. I'm listening.
I can't give up a reason.
Okay.
I can't give a reason, but I can, like being with a long-term partner, I can give you a reason, but being married, I think it benefits more the women than that of a man.
I think it undoubtedly benefits women. Undoubtedly.
So I think really that the marriage benefits because it's more legal binding, right? It's more legal binding whether you're married in a civil wedding or married in the church. You vowed to the law, you vowed to God, you vowed to your partner. Also, even if you're not married, you can still make that vows, and you have a promise to each other.
I hear what you're saying, but you're not telling me anything.
I don't have any.
Okay.
What about you?
I got nothing. I'm not going to advocate for something that I don't believe in. So the question, I mean, we could kind of end the live stream right now. Right. So, deuces, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming. Right. But listen, but let's open this up to the audience. Audience, I know there are men, because I've talked to several men out there who are cool with getting married. I know that there are men who want to come to the Philippines and have children. They want to. I've talked to several men without naming names, but I know men who are cool and they want to establish a legacy. They want to have children, and I'm all for that. But do you have to get married? Do you have to risk giving up X amount of your assets again to do that? That's my question.
I mean, if you're going to get married, maybe be wise about your finances this time. So for example, if you have your assets and your properties, then if you don't want to lose that, of course, you're not looking forward to you divorcing or separating again, diba, when you get married. So you're just being practical. How about you?
Let's take a call. Okay. Hold your thought. Don't forget what your thoughts. Hold that, and we'll take this call. Caller, what you got? Jeff.
This is Jeff Morgan.
Oh, Jeff, what's happening, man?
I'm going to be quick and I'm going to be brief.
Give it to us.
I'm getting married in 8 weeks.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm definitely over 50.
Okay.
I'm sure you can attest.
Right.
And I'm doing it because she gives me peace and she's the love of my life. And I don't want her to have any doubts. And we're going to have a prenup, obviously. But, it's just the way I want to live. It's just the way she wants to live and the way I want to live. And I believe we'll both be happy that way.
Jeff, you gave 2 reasons that I can get down with. One, you kind of gave me a moral thing, right? This is the way I want to live, right? These are my morals. These are my ethics. This is how I want to do it. And then you gave me the biggest reason, the only reason I could think of, or one of the few reasons I'll say that I could think of, which is that you found a woman who brings you, say it again, she brings you what?
Peace, baby.
That's it. If you find a woman, and I think this is a key point, and I'm probably going to harp on this throughout this live stream. If you can find a woman that literally brings you peace, she adds to your peace, she's not a detriment, she doesn't take away from it, she doesn't cause you problems, then I'm okay with it. If you feel like this is a lifelong thing, like that you can be in with a commitment, with marriage, with a prenup, then I'm okay with that. And for you, Jeff, I'm not hating. If you're getting married, I say congratulations. And if that's for you, then I'm hoping it works for you, and I'm happy for you. And I'll see you in a few weeks.
Congratulations to you and Christy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a few weeks.
And one more.
Go ahead.
We need to say one more thing, Rich.
Yes.
Vet.
Absolutely.
You can't vet enough.
Absolutely. Can you say it again? I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time? Say it one more time, please.
Vet, and more vet.
And when you're done, vet more. And they're not going to listen to us. They're not going to listen to us, Jeff. Most of the guys aren't going to listen. They're going to get whipped with some good coochie, and they're going to stop vetting, and they're not going to care about anything else. But hopefully, a few guys will. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man.
Love your show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I can get down with this reasoning. If you can find a woman who brings peace to your life, and I mean not just 1 week, not just 2 weeks, but a woman who can do it consistent, who can prove to you that she can consistently bring peace to your life, that she is worthy of your time, your effort, your attention, and your money, then I say do it. And I say do it. If it makes you happy, do it. But otherwise, show me that woman. Show me that woman. All right, let's take another call. Caller, what you got?
Hey, Rich, this is Morris.
Momo, what's going on, brother?
I'm good. Now, for me, getting married, I do 61 this year. I'm looking to get married, but for me, for religious reasons, for my belief, that's why I'll get married if I want to be with another woman. But like you said, like the previous caller said, you gotta vet. And if a woman meets those credentials and provides peace, and we get along, then I'm considered. But that's the only reason why I will get married, is because of my personal religious beliefs.
Right. And I'm with that. I get that. And, Jeff kind of alluded to that when he said this, he mentioned, it was kind of a moral thing for him. This is how I want to live my life. We all have our religious beliefs. I can't fault somebody for their religion. I get that. I'm going with the vetting thing, and I get the religious thing, and I'm definitely going with the peace thing. She's got to bring peace. Got to bring peace.
All right.
Blessings, brother. Good to hear from you again, man. I missed him yesterday. Okay. So, I mean, have you come up with anything? There's two callers later. Come up with anything? Any reason?
I'm just gonna piggyback on because of my also.
Wait, don't jump on our side. Yeah, don't jump on our side.
I don't have any. How can I convince? It's just like talking about single moms. Diba? I cannot convince men to be in a relationship with single moms, and I cannot convince men to get married again unless it's something that you believe in. If you think that this is something that will make the relationship stronger, will make it.
How would marriage make the relationship stronger?
Because it's a different level of commitment.
Okay,
I think it's mentally. I think that you're just my girlfriend, and you will always say that if you're a long-term partner, you're not my wife. You're not my wife. So it will always be like.
Not say it, but you'll think it though.
Yeah, you're not my wife, so I'm not gonna give the same amount of provision and protection to you if you're just my girlfriend. But if you're my wife, then that's a different level of commitment. So I think it will always be like that. So that's why I'm partial, or I'm leaning towards getting married, because not just for me, but also I'm looking after for my boys.
Okay, let's take another call. Okay, keep listening to the calls, and maybe you might change your mind. Maybe you might come up with a reason why you think men should get married. Okay, we'll take this call. Caller, what you got?
Yo, what up? New York City in the house.
Brooklyn in the house.
Good, Richie.
What's up, brother?
Love y'all, man.
Thank you, man.
Love y'all. Yo, I love this topic so much.
We're trying to hit y'all with some. We're trying to hit you with some good stuff.
I do, man, because it's so true. And like I said, I mean, so many people, even my own girlfriend, like, I have 3 brothers, I have 4 sisters, and they all think I'm crazy when I say certain stuff, but I just really say to myself, right? Like, everybody loves the idea of marriage, but the vows in the marriage are the part that actually requires the work. So when people say, oh, for better or worse, that shit means something. And if you're not ready for the worst, then you're not ready for the marriage. So whenever someone says to me, or when I hear somebody say, oh, well, if this girl cheats on me, forget it, she's done. Or when she says, well, he cheated on me, he's done. It's like, stop treating relationships like a freaking Netflix subscription. Like, you don't just say today, oh, something went wrong today, so then, you know what, tomorrow, let's just cancel. Like, you can't do that in a marriage. So I feel like, listen, I'm not saying, right, cheating is the right thing to do. I'm not defending cheating. I'm just saying, if you get to that point where you are basically saying to yourself or to your partner and your partner's, family members and the church and whoever else you're saying this to, right? God, whoever, if you are basically going to say, hey, for better or worse, then just go through the whole thing. Be ready for the whole smoke. Don't just say, oh, well, I saw you looking at another girl. So, oh, I saw you got a phone number from someone else. You have to deal with it. You know why? Because you signed up for it. Now, last point I'm going to make is prenuptial agreements. Don't start getting involved with somebody, that is a legal contract. If something goes wrong, and that girl, oh man, I love this topic. Sorry. Nah, I do. I'm sorry.
I love your passion, brother. We love your passion.
Listen, if something goes wrong, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get into legal stuff, whatever. But it's like in America, as different states have different laws or whatever. Like people could like divorce here is a business,
right?
Women in America, they love when like, oh, you gave a girl your number. Oh, now I'm entitled to 50% of all of your hard work.
Right.
Because I have evidence that you gave a girl your number, so now I'm entitled to 50%. So anyway, all I'm gonna say is, yes, I think people should get married, in my personal opinion, but really, really make a decision. When you stand up there in your fancy suit and she stands up there in her fancy wedding gown, right? Are you actually just really reading words because they are words that usually people who get married read? Or are you actually saying, yo, I am actually doing this for better or worse?
This is real.
Or sickness and health.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So don't say you want to get married and then when someone cheats or someone like does something crazy, you want to divorce them. So basically the bottom line is never get a divorce. Never. And that's why I believe in the Filipino laws that when you get married, that's what it is. You have to deal with it. All right. Peace.
I like that, man. I like that. Strong take. Jerry's so passionate. He almost convinced me. I mean, he almost had me believing, man.
Okay, so let me just take some points out of what Jerry said.
Mhm.
So I think number one, I think I would agree with it's not a subscription because I take marriage vows seriously. So I think I've lived in sickness and in health the vows that I promised before. So I think that you take it seriously. You don't just read it. Okay. I'll just hold
on
my
your
thought.
comments. Yeah, okay. We'll take a call and you can finish that up, right? All right, caller, what you got?
Hey, Black. I caught the tail end of that. What was he talking about? About adultery and marriage?
No, there was nothing about adultery. He's take it seriously. If you get married, it should be for life. Basically, it should be for life. It's a lifelong contract.
Right, but he said when someone cheats, that's not a reason to quit the marriage.
He said it's not necessarily a reason to quit the marriage.
Okay. Well, I wrote down there. You have what you say in the nuptials, but you also have what it says in the Bible: "Thou shalt not commit adultery."
Okay.
So which one trumps the other?
I don't know. Two things can be equally true.
I mean, when you take the vows, you're taking an oath to God. Am I not?
Fair enough. What if you don't believe in God? What if you're an atheist?
Then you don't go to the church and get married.
You go to the judge.
I mean, 90% of people in China are atheists, bro. 90%. They get married, but they don't believe in God. What do you do?
Well, they're hypocrites.
Come on, man. Right.
You see, you can't believe in an institution halfway. It's like putting your foot in the lake a little bit, like, ooh, I don't like water. I don't like getting wet, but you like the water. You gotta go all the way to don't at all.
But I think it takes two people, though. I think it takes two people to be married and to stay married and to want to be married.
And it's on a degree level. I mean, if it's a casual or something, but she's all out there swinging up the chandelier, doing OnlyFans stuff and swinging hashish with any dude that come along the way. She got deep inside in that song, that rocks the disco song from the old days.
Right. But then doesn't that mean you didn't vet well? I mean, if you marry somebody who's doing all that doesn't that mean you didn't really do a good job of vetting? You should have saw that before.
Well, you can vet, but one thing that people don't do a lot in relationships is get either complacent or bored. Men get complacent, women get bored.
Okay.
And that is two that things that could be terminal in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
You have to treat your mate like you just met her, even if you've been with her for 15, 20 years. You got to plan. Like my brother, he has date night with his wife every other week, and they've been married for, 19, 20 years. And he makes sure they plan a date. I think my brother told me maybe once or twice a month. I ain't going out on a date. Planning, get dressed up and go somewhere. And they've been together for a long time. I said, that works. I'm horrible at it. But I look at him as an example. So this is why I come back with perspective, because I watch people that do it successfully and people that don't. Because I'm an outside observer. Just going from what I see. So that's why I said what I said, because you can do this and be just the way Brother Man said and hold true to that. But I'm just throwing the other side of the fence, just to throw it in there.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to say whether he's wrong or right, because what's right for somebody is right for somebody.
Exactly.
And it's all up to God's judgment at the end of who's right or wrong. Right. It's all flawed things to begin with.
Okay.
So I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm just throwing it out there for the sake of conversation.
All right.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Black Box.
Yeah, Cheng. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye. So before we continue, let me just address, we're not married. We didn't get married. That's just a picture. Because we were saying congratulations on the
Congratulations on what?
on the wedding. We didn't get married.
No.
Yeah, we didn't get married. That's just a thumbnail po.
Oh yeah. The thumbnail. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's just a thumbnail. Just thumbnail. Right. Okay. All right. So anything new?
Yeah, I think that, it's easy to get married, but it's hard to stay married. So I think that's a situation, because there are a lot of situations that will arise after you get married or even before you get married. So I think it's either you want to be with that person for a long time, or you see them as, level up the commitment, just to make her feel secured. Because for a lot of women, I think being married makes them feel more secured in the relationship rather than it benefits the man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So can we agree then that, well, can you think of a benefit to a man of being married? Marriage benefits him. Give me three. Give me three benefits to a man, because I mean, the majority of our audience are men, right? So can you give me three ways in which the man greatly benefits from being married?
I can't think of anything. Really, just being honest, I can't think of anything.
You're not alone. I can't either.
Yeah, I can't think of any benefit. But piggying back on what Jerry said in his call earlier, I think that, you know, it's not a subscription that you want to end because something just happened and you just want to terminate that that relationship because something happened. And he's not advocating for cheating, but that's one situation that, you know, you might consider, because people stay married even if the other partner cheated, you know.
Do. Let's take a call. Caller, what you got?
Hey, Richie. Benefits of being married.
Okay, give it to me.
Intimacy.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah, well, I'm saying for me.
Okay.
Intimacy, companionship, commitment. Because it's like Cheng said, you know, you could be in a long-term relationship, but having that piece of paper makes it a legally binding commitment to each other. You know, so you have that comfort and that confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That part. I can rock with the commitment part because it might make people feel better, but I think that makes would that make you feel better as a man? I get how it makes a woman feel better, but would the commitment of being married, would that really make you feel better? Especially being a man who's been through a divorce already. Would that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because I look at it this way. I was married for almost 35 years. You know? Right. And the reason why we got divorced, it wasn't because of me. It was because of her.
Usually is.
And because of some medical reasons. And she just didn't want to carry me through it.
Right.
So, you know, I said, okay, well, this is what you want.
Isn't it interesting?
For me.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So for me, being married is the equivalent, you know, of being comfortable, confident, relaxed, you know, because of, and this is only because of my religious views. But I can see the point of view where someone don't have a strong religious background, how they say, well, I'll never get married, I just have a long-term committed relationship. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why I have the views that I am, because of my Christian background.
Right. And that's fair. It's interesting that if a woman goes through medical issues and all that stuff, she definitely expects the man to carry her through all that stuff. But it seems to me that a lot of times if something happens where you can no longer provide, and look, I almost kind of get this. If something happens where you can no longer provide her with this lifestyle or whatever, she's ready to bail. She's ready to bail and go find something else, go do something else. Not all women, because I know you're different. I'll give you credit, you're different. But a lot of women are ready to bail. And he can't provide, he can't protect me, so I need to find somebody else who can. But they expect us to be there through it all and no matter what. I just don't think it's a fair contract. I get the notion of a contract, but I don't think it's a fair contract, and therefore I can't advocate signing a contract that doesn't mutually benefit both parties.
Right. I see what you're saying, because I have seen that for myself with another couple. Since, you know, they've been married for like close to 10 years. He got sick, and his prognosis wasn't getting any better. It's been a year after the final, knowing that he can get any better. She jumped ship. She divorced.
Right.
So I see your point.
Right. Thank you for the call.
Thank you, Mo.
And here's where I'm actually going to say something about that situation. There's a part of me that gets it. Look, we all understand that women want security. We all understand that women are hypergamous. They want security. They're hardwired to choose a man who can provide and protect. And when they no longer have a man, if you think about animals, it's kind of the same thing, right? That you pick the animals pick a mate, and when that mate gets injured in a fight or something like that, what does the female animal do? Deuces. I got to find something else. We're mammals. We're the same. But if we can understand that, how come we can't understand the other aspects of being mammals? That we're the same. Interesting. But it's the same thing. She immediately starts looking for another partner because she needs him to provide and protect. So I get that. Go ahead.
So that's where I think you need to vet your partner, especially when you were going to marry that person, because life will really test you. Life will really test you, not just when you're married, but when you're in a long-term commitment. It will really test your relationship. It's whether or not you're going to stay or you're going to go. That you only have two options, stay or leave. Those are the only two things. Now, getting sick is different. Now, if you vowed, you promised to your partner that, 'di ba, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. Now, you really have to vet that person, because not a lot of women, just like you said, or not a lot of partners will stay in the relationship once the other person got sick. So, yeah.
Okay, but still nothing.
I still don't have anything aside from religious, or that's how you want to live your life.
I can get the religious aspect. I still don't. Again, that doesn't change that. I think it's a contract that doesn't mutually benefit both parties, religious or not. The woman benefits far more than the man does. Far more. And if we're talking about a woman, if we're talking about the Philippines, and a woman who has children, she absolutely benefits far more than a man does when it comes to getting married.
I think not just only in the Philippines, all over the world, diba?
Well, I said that. I said, but especially here in the Philippines, when we're talking about a woman who has children. But again, even in the U.S., there's a lot of women who have children. Convince me, please, that the woman doesn't benefit far more than a man does. Convince me. I think you'd be tough. It'd be tough to convince me or convince anybody that the woman doesn't benefit. His job is he's offering a lifetime. I mean, again, I talk about that subscription a few videos back. I'm talking about a lifetime subscription, right? A lifetime commitment. That means for the rest of my life, I'm subscribed to your channel, right? Of provision and protection. How is that not super valuable to the woman who gets it? So in my mind, to make that a good contract for the man, she has to bring equal value. How many women actually bring equal value? I'm not saying that there's none, but I'm saying there's not a whole bunch that bring that kind of value to the table. That's my premise. Let's take another call. All right. Caller, what you got, man?
Yo, it's Ike. What's going on?
Hey, what's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Just
welcome to the
chilling with the
Philippines.
missus, listening to this show. And I don't want to disagree with you, Rich, but when you say, it's the woman who benefits, or if she has children, she definitely benefits.
More.
That's just way too broad of a brush.
Okay. Give it to me. Tell me why.
Well, so, I mean, it's, I guess, one, and I always bring this up when we talk about, bros coming from the U.S. to the Philippines. If you're looking for 18 to 20-year-olds, that makes sense.
Okay.
If you're looking for a woman who is materially or even close to materially your equal, including education, the benefits that we always assume that we provide to a Filipina may not be one that she needs you for. There's that whole, I'm just tired of being alone, or I'm not appreciated by the Filipino men that are here. Whereas a brother comes over, that curly hair works for us, that thicker, physique works for us. So there's so many variables. And like I said, in terms of the children, it's just children. If she has grown children who are college educated, who are very successful in their own rights, you don't bring anything to the table to benefit them. They're already doing well on their own.
I have to respectfully disagree with you. And the reason why, let's assume for the sake of this conversation that they are college educated children, right? So that would make her how old? That would make her how old? She would need to be at least say 45, right? Somewhere around a minimum of 43. Okay. But can we agree that most of the guys here, the majority of the guys here, are not meeting women of that age? The majority. I'm not saying all, but the majority of guys.
So wait, when you say not meeting, I would say not looking for.
They're not looking for. I'm just saying they're looking for a younger woman. Can we agree with that? They're looking for a woman who is probably younger than 45 years old. Can we agree with that? The majority, not all. The majority.
So, right. So, to me, if that's what they're looking for, the whatever negatives might come with that, come with the car you're shopping for.
Okay. So, okay, but my point still stands though, that so here's, in my opinion, here is the one way that she can bring equal value to the table. She can bring peace. She can bring peace to your life. She can not only bring peace, but build upon your peace. That is the one way that a woman here, because hopefully, likely she won't be able to match what you bring to the table financially, likely. Okay. So we can just eliminate that. So when you come home, or when your house should be completely made of, everything should be about peace. She should be adding to that. And if she can't do that, how does marriage, how does being married to her benefit you when your job is to provide, protect, bring stability, teach, understand, be compassionate, be empathetic? How does she equal that?
Oh, so I think the majority of the adjectives that you just gave fall under that piece that she brings.
Okay.
And I hate to use my case, because my case is just not the norm, right?
Right, and that's why I keep saying the norm in general.
Right. If men are coming to the Philippines and are looking for, I would say, something that is in the same age group that they are, plus or minus 10 years, around that area. If you're looking in the areas where you walk, where you live, technically, if you work, still work, a woman who is, your peer. It's kind of hard to explain. You can find, you have your JD. There are women here with JDs.
Absolutely.
There are women here whose name is under partner for the law firm. So it's she's not going to be 18 and 20, but you can get that here. Mm-hmm. But trying to go back to the topic of, marriage and all that, if you're worried about the marriage contract and what's going to happen if, these things happen, I think maybe you didn't choose well in the first place. Mm-hmm. I was raised Christian, so my views probably only apply to, your Christian listeners. But I was raised that God arranges marriages. Mm-hmm. What we have as humans are weddings. We have a wedding to mark the celebration of what we feel God has done. So you can have a wedding, exchange rings to someone to whom God has not married you to. And maybe those are the ones that end the divorce. I don't know. But if the way that I look at my situation, the only way that I, sitting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, met a woman that I was not looking for in, Las Piñas, Metro Manila, where everything checked out, where everything worked, where everything was what she said it was, what I said it was. Got married in 3 weeks after meetings, because to me, we were just celebrating what God did for us, that God had already married us.
Right.
So in terms of, what does she bring? We're laying right now in a resort that her daughter owns in Mahia.
Exactly. Yeah. So
she didn't need nothing from me.
I know. But Isaac, and respectfully, I always, with you, your situation is very different than the average guy. Can we agree with that?
Oh, definitely.
Right. And that's why I don't mean to just, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. The one thing I always caution bros about is like, I didn't find the only unicorn here in the Philippines. I think I just wasn't looking for, the 18-year-old bar girl,
Right.
that doesn't live in Metro Manila or in Makati, is actually from, Smoke, what was it, Fire Mountain? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It depends on what you're looking for, where you land. I have a buddy who moved here in September and wasn't really looking, ended up meeting a woman here, and he flew down to go meet her. She's down in Jensen.
Right.
Flew down to meet her, called me up, was like, dude, I don't think I can do it. He's like, she's missing, half her fronts. And I'm like, bro, how does she make you feel? And he had to stop. And he thought about it. And he's like, I know, but I was like, there are no buts, but the one that you put in the chair.
You can replace.
I said, how does she make you feel?
You can replace the front, that's for sure.
And he already did it. You know what I'm saying? Went, found a dentist, replaced her fronts, new grill. She's smiling big time now.
Right.
He's smiling big time. I equate it to what for Westerners, what I would call the rare barn find.
Hey, not barn.
When that barn door opens, that Corvette doesn't look like it's going to look when you get it all fixed up.
Right.
But you know what it is, because you know how it makes you feel when you picture yourself riding in it.
Yeah. Well, I can attest to that, because I can promise you, Cheng did not look today, back when we met, she did not look the same way she looks today. So I can kind of attest to that, and I agree with you. I appreciate your call, man.
Thank you, Ike.
If you can find, and I'll challenge anybody who follows any of the other couple YouTubers, find the old stuff. They never look like they do right now on YouTube.
Hopefully.
But how they make you feel is what's critical.
I got to think about that. Folks. I got to think
always
about
a pleasure.
that. Okay, always a pleasure.
Bye.
I got to think about that, because I think when you start talking about how someone makes you feel, then we're talking about emotions. We're talking about emotions, and emotions change all the time. The emotions are up and down, and if you start relying on your emotions, I don't know that that's always a good thing. I've said so many times, the Bible, we want to quote the Bible. The Bible says the heart is treacherous. The heart can be treacherous sometimes and can lead you to make bad decisions. So how can you lean on how someone makes you feel, just on how someone makes you feel right now? When someone's giving me coochie, I feel great. But 2 hours later, when they're causing me effing problems and bringing problems into my life, I don't feel so great. So I don't know. I definitely appreciate the call. What were you saying before I called? You should start writing stuff down.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to relate to what Jerry said previously about the subscription on Netflix. So it's like a subscription that you really have to be sure if you want to subscribe to that relationship.
Right. I agree. I just think, what's her subscription? Right? She's the man is providing a lifetime of provision and protection. He's going to do all of those things that I listed, plus some stuff I haven't listed. What's she doing?
I think
Give it to us.
I think she will be that part.
Hold on. Let's take another call. Right? Yeah. Caller, what you got? And before you start, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, you guys, I know you guys are calling in. Just wait until the last caller gets off and call back. I know we missed a few calls before. We only got one line, so just hang in there and give us a call back, okay? All right, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment. This is Gregory again.
What's happening, man?
How you doing? One thing I'd like to point out is for those guys out there who are listening, if you've been married before and you divorce whether 1, 2, 3 times, doesn't matter. As younger men, we're more concerned about the physicalities of the woman, meaning how she looks and how she looks to her friends.
Right.
But then after being in a marriage and a relationship for a certain amount of time and being divorced and having, mature, gained experience, when we get older, what we're looking for in the woman changes. So like the caller that spoke before, the question which is important is, how does she make you feel? I remember the example where he said the girl was missing her fronts. Let me tell you something. If that guy was in his 20s and met a girl that's missing his fronts, she would never be a content. Okay? She would never be a content. Even if his best friend, even if his grandfather said, but how does she make you feel? He's going to be like, Grandpa, no.
Agree. Agree.
Because he's more concerned with the physicalities. But when you're older, then you realize that it's not just about the looks.
It's more to it. Yeah.
What your friend, you're more concerned about, when your friends say, hey man, you got a good girl, she looks so this, she looks so that, how she looks when you take her out. No. It's how she makes you feel on a daily basis in the house.
Right.
And I had a conversation the other day with a friend, and he was saying that he was breaking up with his girlfriend, and she was complaining that he did not fight for the relationship. And I realized that fighting for the relationship when someone wants to leave, that's a waste of time. But fighting for the relationship every day is when you wake up, you say good morning, you wake up, you hug that person. What do you want to eat? How are you feeling? Those daily stuff, those are the things that contribute to how you feel about that person.
Those are the things those are the things that make you want to marry somebody. Those are the things that make you want to marry her in the first place. And I agree with that. Those are the things, and I'm going to keep harping on this. I'm going to hammer this. If she's bringing you peace, but find me that woman who's consistently, and if you find that woman, she might not be a unicorn, but she is not common. She's not on she's not a dime a dozen. Find that woman who's bringing you peace, who makes your life better. Marry that woman. I could advocate for that. Marry that woman.
Exactly, because as younger men, we're not looking for peace. We're looking for the woman that brings us status.
Right.
Okay. But as we get older, we realize peace is more important. The most important part of the relationship. And here's the thing, though. She should not. I would like to just make a little correction. She should not bring you peace.
She adds
you are
to
responsible for your peace.
She adds to it.
You should contribute. She should add to it or contribute to your peace. The same way a woman's currency is happiness and excitement. A woman's happiness is not your responsibility. You as a man cannot make a woman happy.
I agree.
You can contribute to it, but you cannot be held responsible to a woman's happiness, and she cannot be held responsible for your own peace.
Thank you for that correction. That's a good point. Thanks for that correction too, because it's an important distinction about her making you happy and vice versa versus her adding to the happiness that you already have. And I think that's an important distinction. Thank you for that. Right.
You're welcome.
An excellent call again. Thank you, Gregory. Don't let it be the last time.
Thank you. Okay, so let me repeat myself again. We did not get married, guys. A lot of people are saying congratulations.
You guys, we're not married.
We're not married.
Yeah. And what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, you're recalling what you want to say. So I think it's about at that stage, especially when you're a little older, I think that it's less about building a life, because I think that you should already build a life, no? But it's sharing the life that you already built. Okay, so I think that you already have that life, but who do you want to share it with?
Mhm.
Someone to talk to every day, because not a lot of people you can relate to. Not a lot of people, because it's okay to find someone that you can hang out with, but there are your partner, you can it's hard to find a partner that can relate to you. You can talk to about different topics. Okay, so what if your partner, you chose a partner, but you can't really talk to your partner because
You chose
she
the wrong
can,
partner.
yeah, you can't um she can't understand what you want to say. You can't really share thoughts and opinions, something like that. So do you think companionship becomes more important as people get older?
I do think it becomes more important, which is why I think it's really hard to choose. It's really hard as you get older. It is harder and harder to meet a woman that you're compatible with. I think it becomes a lot harder, and especially if you might have some, if depending on your standards. Um, for me, the number one standard is simple. She just adds to my piece. She adds to my piece. That is the number one standard. She adds to my piece. She does not bring me problems, right? She doesn't bring me a whole bunch of problems. She's solving problems and thus creating peace. And if she can't do that, then why am I going to give her my lifetime subscription of provision and protection? Why am I going to do that? Lifetime. Because we talk about commitment, right? We talk about a commitment, that higher commitment of marriage, the ultimate commitment. Why am I going to give her that? If she can't add to my peace, if she's creating problems, why am I going to give her that? And I that's where I get the moral part, I get the religious part. I get some people religious and they, there's that aspect that matters to them, but at the same time, I I just think we give away our provision and protection a little bit too easily sometimes. I think men are way too willing to give away that provision and protection, and I don't think a lot of men value it as much as they should. That's what I'm saying. And again, give me a reason. Somebody give me a solid reason. My mind is open. Give me a solid reason why at 50 something years old, 60 something years old, you should get married. Now, we talk about dudes who don't have children. But you can have children without getting married.
Mm-hmm.
You can in the Philippines, they're all over the place, right? You can have children without getting married. So you can come here to the Philippines, you can meet a gal and have a long-term relationship with her and get married and have children. I don't see why you have to get married. Find me that gal who consistently, and that's the key word, consistently adds to your peace. And then I'm listening and I'm with you. I'll be your best man if you want me to. But show me that woman. Show me that woman.
Okay, so let's read some of the comments because
I don't want to read no comments.
Okay.
Go ahead and read the comments. I'm just playing. Go ahead. Where we start?
We're too far back, but
we catch up. Don't worry. Where we start?
Okay. Let's start from the start.
Okay. Let's see. Under a week now. Let's see. It's been a crazy. Sorry. You're gonna have to.
Okay. Let's start. How about we start with the start?
Okay. 10:03 there, and let's see. Big Boss. Big Boss has now been a member for 7 months. We appreciate you, Big Boss. Big Boss Mod. What am I missing?
Let's click it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so thank you so much, Big Boss, for being a member for 7 months now. Thank you so much. And also, thank you, Christopher Michael, for the super chat. Let's go. Good topic.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and now, here we go. So, where are we at? So, there's a few people that jumped in here. Vinny DVD is in the house. What's up, Vinny DVD? Hey, let us know if you guys are new to this channel. Let us know where you're watching from. Very important to us as our channel gets bigger and starts to grow. Let us know where you're watching from. We've had several good comments about getting married to people who some advocates of getting married post 50 years old. I don't know that I'm convinced, but some solid reasons in my opinion. Okay, go ahead. You want to read that?
Morris said, "Hi, Slick. I watched the first 10 minutes but had to get some sleep."
Ah, okay.
Okay, it was about yesterday.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the big boss said, "I got married at 60." The F was I
What the
thinking.
F was I thinking, right? But you know, can you guys give us what reasons do you have? I mean, we'll just open this up to the audience. What reasons, if you got married, let's say post 50, why did you get married? What made you want to get married? Did she convince you? Did she whip the coochie on you? Did you just say, damn, this is the woman of my dreams? Why did you get married at post 50? Just give me your reasons. The phone line is open, you guys. Sorry if we couldn't take your calls. I know we missed a couple of calls earlier, so call back and we're happy to get you on, right? All right. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and read a couple of comments.
Larry Johnson is here. Hello, Rich and Cheng. Good show the other day, but I was busy, couldn't stay tuned in. Yeah, that's all right. You can watch the replay.
Always happy to have you on the show, brother.
Thank you. Roger said, "Good morning, Richie and Cheng. Just checking in. We'll catch on replay watching my brother Calvin."
Yeah.
I know, right?
Me too. I hate having our show on the same time as Calvin's. We try not to have our live stream at the same time as Calvin's.
Okay, we do.
Yeah, because I'm watching Calvin's show too most of the time. So, all right. DC is in the house. What's up, DC?
Big Rich and beautiful Cheng doing their thing.
All right. Okay.
Larry said, "Sorry to say, but again, I'm busy at work, sneaking in to get bits and pieces. Love you guys. Keep it real. Much love."
A lot of people sneaking in, dropping in, popping in, and popping out.
I thank you for the support.
Absolutely. We still appreciate you, right? Bruce is in the house. What's happening, Bruce, and too? All right.
We have, Theodore Metcalf. It's been a.
Where was that?
Here.
Okay.
Theodore Metcalf. "I got married for the second time at 49 years
At 49 years old. You guys, let me know. What was your reason? What was the thought process behind you getting married? Why did you get married at 49 is almost 50 years old, but what made you decide, hey, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this again, and damn it. And I'm gonna make this work. What made you decide to do that? Right? Call us in and let us know. Okay. Let's see, what else? Okay. Let's see. Obi-Wan is in the house. Anders is in the house. What do we got here? You want to go ahead and read that?
Yeah, your affirmations daily. After 50 and previously married, most men realize that respect is way more important than love.
I think so. Can you read that again?
After 50 and previously married, most men realize that respect is more important than love.
Peace and respect. Peace and respect. Peace and respect. I absolutely believe. RESPECT. Right. Okay. Next comment.
Tariq. Hello, Tariq. "Man getting married is overrated now, and it's just a piece of paper anyway. You can technically consider yourself married based on just your relationship status, if that makes sense."
Tariq, it's hard for me to disagree with you, bro. It's very hard for me to disagree with you.
I think the only
Go ahead.
So I think the only thing that separates being married from being a long-term partner is that you will not, as a woman, you will not have that, what do you call that? That label to be called a wife. You're not the wife. You will just be the girlfriend.
Right. Yeah. It's so, like, why is that label so important?
It's so important because
it has value.
Yes.
Because it has value. And I say a lot of people don't value it enough. Let's go ahead and take this call. Okay. Caller, what you got?
Yo, I got one more time. Go
ahead, brother.
I just wanted, because I actually have to do a video call. I have to do my video call with my girlfriend in a couple of minutes, Kate. So she just got back from church. So but I just want to add one thing quickly.
Go.
One of the things that I truly, that I truly believe in, and this is going to sound kind of crazy to some people, but, at some point in your life, whether you're 40, look, whatever, whether you're 30, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 70, you're 80, wherever you are, in my opinion, wherever you are in your life, age-wise, I strongly believe every man should surrender to one woman. And that means, hold on, I know a lot of people probably like, oh, what does he mean, surrender to one woman?
I'm curious.
I just mean, at some point, man, at some point you gotta just give it up, and whatever giving it up means to you is probably different from me, or whatever's giving it up for me is probably different to you. And that may mean patience, that may be like a lot of different things. It just a lot of things about, just being tolerant of someone, like someone who's just like you just never like what I'm saying is just try to compromise. Like at some point you have to, at some point in life, you got to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I need to freaking compromise, man. Like, I can't always expect this person to just conform to the way I want this person to conform to. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just feel like I just feel like, I don't know if surrender is the right word. Maybe, maybe that's not the right word, but that's the word I choose to use because that's the way I categorize it for myself. And for me, like there's some things my girlfriend does and I'm like, but I know I have it in my mind, that, what? This is something that I'm going to have to just swallow and say, hey, you know what? I cannot have a perfect wife or a perfect girlfriend. People are just going to be different. So all I'm saying is that I really encourage everybody, in my personal opinion, including you, Rich and Cheng, to get married at some point. But of course, that's y'all personal thing. But I just always want y'all to keep in mind too that at some point, and maybe this is not the right term, but at some point you have to surrender something. It could be surrender a cultural difference. It could be surrendering someone's attitude. It's either you surrender or you keep it pushing. That's all I got to say. Now I got to call my girl. But,
Tell her we said hello, man.
Say hi to Kate for us. Thank you.
All right, take care, bro. I'll swallow if she swallows. He said at some point you gotta swallow. She swallows, I'll swallow. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. You were saying, what were you saying? The callers keep cutting you off. I don't know if that's a sign, or something, but you were saying?
I forgot already, but
you should write your.
Yeah, but again, it's about what Jerry was saying. So at some point you have to, I think maybe there's a proper word for that, surrender. You know what? I'm just going to, because when you love a person, because women and men obviously think of this marriage differently.
They do.
Yes.
Everything.
And when we think about it, it's more about emotions and how we deeply love this person. How
Is
you
that about security?
It's also about security, but again, maybe I'm different because I'm looking at it as not me. I'm looking at it for my boys. How will it benefit my boys and not me? So I think that, I just want um people to get married because of the level of commitment. I think like that. So because when you're just, I keep harping on this, just like what you said, because when you're just a girlfriend, you're just my girlfriend.
But don't you think you have to earn that commitment? Don't.
Of course you do.
The problem I have with it is that people don't think they have to earn it. It's a lifetime. Who gets a lifetime anything? People don't think that it has to be earned. It's got to be earned. You're protecting someone for the rest of your life. You're providing. Stop. It's got to be earned. It has to be valued, and that means that the other person who's getting that must bring something of value to the table. And if she cannot do that, she does not deserve your lifetime commitment of provision and protection.
And I think I would agree with you. And also I think that, that person, maybe you're providing and protecting now, and she's helping you, or she's converting whatever you're earning into something like a home, a food, a meal, or something really comfortable for you.
Okay.
But in the long run, you know, I look at it as this person is, when he gets sick, when he loses his job, I'm willing to support this
But you're
person.
talking about you. You're talking about you. Now you've proven that. You've proven that you did that with your late husband, Carl, and you've proven that. But we're talking about it. We're talking about in general, and we know for a fact, because the numbers show it, that a lot of women, when the guy gets sick or that they're going to bail. We had an example from one of the callers earlier. They're going to bail, and because they need somebody else who can provide and protect. They're not willing to step up and take the slack because the dude's been doing all that. How does she? I don't think so.
Yeah, so that's why you need to have a prenup, diba? So you need to have a prenup, consider having a prenup, because a lot of those things are connected to marriage, diba? Financial risk, divorce later in life. But here in the Philippines, of course, when you get married, it's tough to get a divorce or ano, no.
You would get
Yeah, for women, women to get divorce and annulment.
Right.
But for foreigners, you can get a divorce at your own country. So I think there. So, and also one of the benefits, maybe I'm just trying to look at the benefits. An older guy, you have older children, so you're not building a life with another partner. Your kids are grown. So it's like starting anew without the children. If she doesn't have younger children. So you're going to build or share the life together without the children.
If we were to make a list of the woman here, the man there, and who benefits more,
Women.
right? Would it be very close? Do you think it would be very close?
It's not very close. I think it's like 70-30. 70% would benefit women and 30% would benefit men. But then again, it's up to you, eh. Just like what Jerry said, it's up to you if you're going to swallow that. It's a decision. It's a decision that you know what, I'm going to give it to you because this is how I want to share my life with you.
And this is
And
sorry.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
And I think that to me, it's more of love, eh? And love and commitment. To me, it's more of love and commitment. And then when I love you, I love you. And then I'm willing to be with you till my last breath.
Okay. And I like how you said that. When I love you, I love you, right? When, right? And for some people, unfortunately, it's not to their last breath. For a lot of people, it's not to their last breath. And this is what, sorry, I do think of this in terms of, as a lawyer, it is what it is. When you start making emotional decisions with your heart and out of love and all that stuff, you don't make rational decisions. You make decisions that aren't necessarily good for you. And I think marriage is one of those decisions sometimes, not always, but sometimes. You think about how she makes me feel, how I feel right now. You don't think about all the other stuff. You just think about, oh, this feels good, that feels good. And people don't want all of a sudden, because it's a contract. Marriage is a contract, right? And a contract in law has to be valid, number one, and it has to be something that creates equal value for both parties, or else it's not a valid contract. That's what we call consideration in law. There has to be consideration. That means you have to give something of equal value for what you're getting. And if you're not getting something of equal value, then why are you entering into that contract? And I would say that a lot of men are not getting something of equal value.
Because I think that as men, you will not be equal to your partner, diba? Oh, it may not be of equal, fair enough.
What you can get of equal value is the woman can add peace to your life. Because at post 50 years old, as the callers are going to keep saying, the things you value most are going to be peace and respect. Right? We've already, at 50 years old, you've already gained status or whatever kind of status you're going to get. So you're not looking, most guys, I guess, aren't looking for status anymore, but you're looking for peace, for someone who adds peace to your life and who respects you. And if she doesn't do both those things, then why are you effing? Why are you messing with that woman? And why would you give that woman a lifetime commitment of provision and protection? That's my assertion. Why would you give that woman? Find the woman who brings that peace.
Maybe
because they're
peace to
unicorns.
every man is different.
What? Oh,
Maybe.
What do you think peace to? What do you think peace?
Sometimes peace to some men are just quiet time from their women without.
How many men get that?
Huh?
How many men get that?
A lot.
Quiet time from their woman? Stop with all that. What else do you think peace means?
Sometimes peace means just, serving me food, doing all the things for me.
Okay.
Sometimes to a lot of men, that's peace to them. So I think that men have different versions of their peace. What do you guys think?
Yes, I'm. What a great question. Let's leave it to our audience. What does peace mean to you?
What is your version of peace?
What does peace mean to you that you're willing to, that you say, she brings me peace, I'm willing to marry this woman, I'm willing to enter into a marital contract with this woman because she brings me peace? What is that peace that she brings to you, you guys? And let's let the comments drop, and then we can we'll let the comments drop, and you guys call in, because this is definitely a call-in topic. What does peace mean to you? I know what it means to me. It means that I can sit in the solitude. Sometimes it means I can sit in peace. That when she's there, I feel better. You said she's cooking for me. You said she's fixing me a plate. You said she's doing. Yeah, that's part of it. But when she adds to my peace, that means she's not bringing problems. We'll take this call. Hold on a second. All right. Caller, what you got?
Hey, what's up? It's Chris from Toronto.
What's up, Chris?
How you guys doing?
Good, man.
So,
Give it to us.
Question. I'm gonna see what I can think off the top of my head. Peace. Don't nag me when I come inside the house. I'm not asking for a whole bunch of stuff. Ask me how my day was. I'm out there fighting the world. I'm out here trying to protect the family when I come home. Can you bring that peace to me? 2, respect. Respect is earned. It's not given. We have to go up there and earn respect as men. But a woman, it's already given, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already get that respect because all the men want you, right? And my woman give me that respect when I come in from the house after fighting the world, come in and deal with whatever I got to deal with at home. You know what I'm saying? Could you cook me a nice dinner? You know what I mean? And respect me. I want to respect you 100% at the time, right? But I don't want to come in and deal with some type of problem that has nothing to do with you. I want to hear what you got to say, but at the same time, just rub my feet from time to time. The same thing we're going to do for you. You know what I'm saying? We're not really asking for much. You know what I mean? And it's very simple. I have a lot in my mind, but sorry, I'm just at work. So that was kind of what came up to my mind for the time being.
Much appreciated, brother. I fully concur with everything you just said. I appreciate you always, man.
Much love, y'all.
All right, take care. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna read some of these comments here. Alex Jacobs said, "Can get quiet time and peace alone." Why do you think men are writing these things? Why do you think men are writing these things?
Oh, can get quiet time and peace alone.
So why do you think he would write that? Why do you think he would write that?
He wants peace. He doesn't want the woman to be around.
Do you think he would be writing that because because he's experienced the opposite? Because he's experienced no stress.
Alone.
Right?
So meaning that she's willing to give you your alone time.
Why do you think men are writing these comments?
Because they experienced that.
No, they're writing these comments, sweetie, because they're getting stress from women, because they're not getting peace from women, because they're not getting quiet time and peace alone. Okay. That's why they're writing these comments.
Yeah, and also USC Vietnam era vet said peace may not mean the same to the next man, and that's what I was saying earlier.
I agree with you, but all of these different men are telling you what peace means to them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so cooperation, right? It says peace is cooperation. Peace is, Luca said, peace is when I'm by myself. Luca, I kind of agree with you a lot of times, right?
Agreed.
Okay.
When you grow older, I think that Luca said cooperation.
Mm-hmm. Luca said cooperation. A wise man said, peace to me is very minimal drama. Why do you think these men are writing these comments? Why do you think these men are writing these comments, right? Okay. What else? What else did people say here? She is not peace. She's not causing war in the house. This is King Ghidorah. Okay, she's not causing war in the house, right? All right, we'll take this comment. Caller, go ahead. What you got? What's peace? What is peace to you?
Black. It's black bus.
What's peace to you, man?
Okay. When Chang said peace is different, I can say this. Peace is differently when you have different aspects and different time frames in your life. Meaning, peace for me when I was working and grinding for 16 days is different than what it is now. Me being retired, being homeless, the parameters change a little bit, right? Because when I was working and out there on that stress, peace for me is be please help me feel a little, give me something to eat, rub my neck, and let me vent a little bit. And be there and just be somebody I could just just calm me down and just say something nice to me and say, honey, how you today, blah blah blah. Versus now, I'm not under that kind of stress. So peace for me now, somebody is a complimentary person for me. Somebody will go to do some of the things I like to do, go working out the gym with me, go play pickleball with me every now and then.
Sure.
And we laugh a lot, we go places and do things today. She has her own life and I have mine. I want her to be independent and have her fun, and I'll be able to do the same. Respect as well. That's peace for me.
Right. Okay. And I fully agree with all of those. Completely agree with all of
Thank you,
those.
Black Box.
Okay. I was waiting for him to keep going, but okay. All right. So we're getting different comments, but they're all saying the same thing. Why do you think these men are saying no drama in the house? Why do you think they're saying these comments? Because a lot of these men are divorced men, or they're men who have been out of relationships and they don't feel like they got these things in their relationship. You can say peace, different men have different versions of peace, and I agree with that. But they're all virtually, peace is learning to live drama free. We saw that 2 times, right? Mr. Let's read a couple of these comments. Okay, you want to read that?
Mr. said, thank you so much for your super chat.
That?
Mr. Thank you for your super chat, Mr. I did not get quiet time, peace, or minimal drama for my most recent ex, either in person or over the phone. And that's why I left her after 5 years.
Boom. Next.
Journey Trial said, peace is learning to live drama-free. Sometimes...
You mean women cause drama?
Wait lang.
What?
Luca helped me out with this one.
Sometimes
women...
for help. Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes men don't realize that they start the drama, and then when we react to it, you call us dramatic.
Oh, what drama do men start?
So, for example, you cause problem. Let's say, for example, let's relate
When
it.
you say you, who causes the problem?
General. This is general.
Men,
a man.
The man causes it.
Okay, so for example, a problem. Okay, let's relate it to yesterday. You are talking to another woman. Okay, you are talking to another woman.
Well, who's you?
The man.
Okay,
the man's talking to another woman.
What kind of woman? I mean, it's like he's spitting game. He's like trying to have a relationship.
Like being friendly with another woman. You're in a relationship, and then your girlfriend found out that you're talking to another woman.
Okay.
So who caused the drama? Who started the drama? I think it's the guy who started the drama, because in the first place, you shouldn't be talking to another woman. You already have a girlfriend. But you're okay. Let me start again. Okay, you're talking to another woman. You met this person online. Okay, while you're in a relationship.
Okay.
So because it's to you, it's just nothing. It's harmless.
Okay.
But of course, to the woman, of course, you're getting to know each other already.
Okay.
So your girlfriend found out that you're talking to another woman. So who created the drama? Is it the guy or the girl?
The guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
are we saying that's the norm? Or are we saying that's what usually happens, or that
usually happens, especially here in the Philippines, So for example,
but we're talking about foreigners. This 73, most of these are not Philippines people. These are foreign guys.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying about drama. I'm just trying to relate this into what we call drama, because go ahead.
Okay. All right, we'll take this call. We'll come back to that conversation. All right, caller, what you got? What's peace? What is peace?
Sorry if I'm subverting the stream, but I came in late to the stream. But Rich, what is your opinion about? Do you advise men to get married after 50? Because I didn't hear your opinion.
I'll give it to you again. In general, I would say no. I don't think it benefits a man whatsoever. Same as it doesn't even before 50. I would say it benefits a man even less after 50. Everything that you can get, I'd say the majority of the things you can get from marriage, you would get in a long-term relationship anyway. Why would you, especially coming overseas, what benefit do you get from marrying a woman? I don't know that you benefit. I think she gets all the benefits of marriage.
Right.
That would be my opinion. I mean, literally every benefit. Now, she could fix you a plate. She can rub your feet, rub your neck. But can someone tell me that she wouldn't do that in a long-term relationship too? She would do the same things. So I don't know that being in a marriage or that being in a marriage benefits a man over 50 at all. In fact, I think you risk far more. The risk is far more than the reward.
Makes a lot of sense. In terms of peace, I think if a man is looking for peace externally outside of himself, I think he's already lost. I think if you're looking for that in a woman, you need someone to cook for you or to give you permission to have quiet time. I think you've already lost and the relationship is done if you don't have that internal peace.
Right.
I
agree. And someone said that earlier. Like, you have to create your own peace. But I think the key point is, if you meet a woman who is taking away from that peace that you've created, right, who starts taking away from that, or you meet a woman adversely who adds to the peace that you've created, right? Now you're cooking, right? Instead of getting cooked, now you're cooking. But I would say that there's an awful lot of women out there who are going to do their best to take away from that peace, and that's why you're getting the comments that you're getting in the comment section about what peace means to different men, because we've experienced that.
Makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't let it be the last time you call in. Thank you, brother. Right. Also, really quickly, we've had a caller from Arizona who's got an Arizona number. You've called in a couple times and we keep missing you. I'm leaving the line open, brother. Call in. Let's get your take. We'll get your take. I'm leaving the line open just for you. So give us a call and let us know what you got to say, man. All right. Okay. We'll take this last super chat.
Thank you so much for your super sticker, Iber.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Definitely appreciate your super sticker, right? Okay.
Let's go back. Timestamp is 11.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. This is not Jerry. This is somebody else. Yeah. Caller, what you got?
Hello, I'm calling from the Bronx, New York.
What's up? Bronx in the house?
Yeah, I was watching UFC and I saw you guys gave me, notification for live, and I was checking in, right?
Absolutely.
It's an incredible, interesting topic. Peace is time for solitude, right? Time for the man to relax, recharge, to take on the world again, right?
Right.
And one of the issues, the problems is that, Cheng, I love you, you're beautiful,
thank you,
very smart and all of that. But part of it is that you're not grasping or understanding or listening to what men are saying. The majority of men are saying the same thing, but because you're not grasping how important that is to us. You have to listen to what men are saying regarding why peace of mind, solitude, is important to us. Not just getting up on your whatever, but it appears that you're not grasping how important that is to men and how big of a deal that means to us. We get that, believe me, we'll get closer to making a total and full commitment, like you're asking, or like other women are asking. But when we see that that's not part of it, it's only going to keep us there longer, right? And at one time, we're going to say, no, I'm not going to get that the rest of my life. You know what I mean? If it's here and there, that's just my point of view.
Right. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate your call. Don't let it be the last time you call in, brother.
Thank you.
That was a quick hang up, right? You know what? I think every man can attest. If you ask a man, what do women want? Every man can tell you all the stuff we've been taught about what women want, what women need. You ask a woman what men need or what men want, and most women will come up with goose eggs, because everything has always been centered on what a woman wants or what she needs. But after 50, it becomes about what we want and what we need. Caller, what you got?
Hey,
Hi.
hey, it's Journey, Trials, and Joy.
What's happening, man?
Cheng and Richie, I'm good. What do you call it? This is a really good question because it's difficult because it's very subjective in how people go about it, but in just the way that people are thinking, especially here in the West, there's a different dichotomy when it comes to how women perceive marriage and how men perceive what marriage to be. There's an old tradition. Men want the old tradition marriage way that they saw their mothers grow up, being, and women want the new progressive marriage way where there's a partnership and instead of a full kind of leadership role, which basically brings conflict or different visions into marriage. And I'm saying, the recent poll shows that 75% of women who are between the ages of 18 to 30 are not desiring marriage. So why are men in the West constantly chasing women for marriage? Doesn't make any sense to me when they don't want marriage in the first place. But if you want marriage, you're going to have to be able to understand that until you get your flesh, together with your partner, you're not going to escape drama. Like Cheng said, sometimes us men unconsciously bring out the drama for our actions because there's certain things that we do that that takes them off or makes them feel comfortable. You have to understand that a woman's nature when it comes to a man is to fix imperfections. When a woman perceives something as an imperfection, she's trying to work at a man's able to perfect it. But a man always going to be in his emotions when he's dealing with that because he's feeling like, well, I'm already, it's hard to change nature at a certain age. After teenage ages, it is difficult to change a human being. So you're always going to have that conflict. And it's through understanding. And I believe, because I'm a Christian, through prayer and everything else like that, for you, for both sides to able to come off it as, as to be closer together or one flesh, like you put it in the spiritual sense, so that you guys can truly understand one another. Okay. I think that's how you get connected.
Okay, I appreciate your take on that. I definitely appreciate your take. And don't let it be the last time you call in. We always enjoy you adding quality to the show.
Thank you.
People, I don't mean to hang up on people. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to hang up. I wait for you guys, for someone to say the last comment before we hang up. But maybe I have to have a different salutation. I'll say something. We'll take another call now or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you want read Mr. Read his comment.
Okay, so Mr. said, I'm very hesitant about getting married now. I want to have a sex life. Marriage usually kills a man's sex life. I hear that more often than not. What do you mean?
A lot more often than not. A lot more.
What do you mean? You should have more.
Yeah.
When you're married.
The optimal word is should. But because women are no, they don't. Because a lot of women are so emotional, they attach the sex and they start using it as a reward system. They start using it as a reward system and a punishment system for their partner. And so men get less sex. It's common. People think they're going to get more.
It's the other way around.
Okay. It should be. It should be. Go ahead.
So Nap said prenups can be done in the Philippines, and if one wants to get divorced, just do it from your home country. Yep.
Right.
Ander said to Young Fresh, I stayed with my first wife through 6 attempts. She succeeded on the 7th, so I have no problem with hard time.
I don't know what the 6 attempts was. I think I missed something in there.
Yeah.
Right. But kudos to you for staying through 6 times of anything, right?
Some women do not want to get married also.
Okay, hold that. Yeah, the Arizona call. Let's take this call.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this. Caller, what you got?
All right. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Sorry we missed your calls.
That's all good. I think I'm on a delay, like 3 or 4 minutes behind you guys, so I apologize for that.
It's all good.
But anyway, all right. Hey, my name's Corey. I've made a lot of comments on your show.
Yeah.
I love your guys' show.
Thank you.
Whatever reason, tonight's topic is just irking me. So, and I'm going to apologize. I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. Rich, you and I have a common background from the military. A lot of things we've been through. But I'm going to say we have a definition in America today for westernized women and how they've affected our culture and how we are scarred. How our culture has developed or evolved to a different way and everything that we hate for it. But we also need to have a definition of how guarded and tore up the men are. And when you're talking tonight, I love your show. Like I said, I don't ever want to insult you guys. I'm a truck driver and I listen to you guys religiously.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. But if you and I were, Cheng, plug your ears for a second. If you and I were out playing pool one night and we were having the same conversation, I would say to you, the woman that messed you up, that got under your skin or changed the way you think about things, if she's listening to this channel right now, you're still letting her win, man. Okay? Because you cannot have that peace and you can't drop your guard and let other people in. And again, I've been through a divorce. I've been through an ugly divorce, a horrible divorce. She tried to kill me. She tried to run me over the car. She tried to shoot me, everything. All right? But now I'm married to the most incredible woman in the world, and there's nothing that we don't do where we don't come together, and it's that added benefit in life. When we cook dinner, it's a pleasure. When we have a fight, it's a pleasure because it doesn't come into our bedroom at night because she is my best friend. She is that added everything. I hope I bring her as much peace as she brings to me. I hope I bring her as much happiness as she brings to me. But it took a minute for me to let down my guard after being in the Marine Corps and after being a cop for 10 years and how much I distrusted everything before I realized all the stuff I was missing and giving up in life instead of saying, hey, this is awesome. And now I have a best friend. I have the love that I need. Okay? When you ask that question at the beginning to Miss Cheng, hey, give me 3 definitions for marriage, it's asking like, what is your definition of love? Or what is your definition of God or the meaning of the peace that God brings you? All right? It's the same thing. When you have that person in your life, it's worth it. You never question it. Okay? So when you get married to that person, it's saying that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with that person. They are my best friend. They are my definition of whatever it is. Okay. All right. Agreed. And it's an incredible feeling. It really is. And I think you've said before in the past, Rich, that you've been married and you had a horrible divorce. And I'm sorry for it, brother. But stop letting her win, man. Get it behind you and start enjoying life. Life is precious. You and I are both older. I think we're about 3 months apart on age, right? We only get one shot at this, man. You got an incredible lady there next to you. She has set a very high standard for all the guys that are listening to your show of their expectation when they come to the Philippines and what they're looking for. Enjoy her while you can. And Miss Cheng, when you said earlier that the reason you want to get married is to set that example for your son, it is. You have to set an example to let them be the men that they're going to be when they're older. And if they learn from what you guys are going through, and I hate to say it that way, that you're not going to get married, that they're going to learn from that and do the same thing. Are they going to get married? Are they going to find what they're looking for? Or are they going to also carry on those scars that they're witnessing, the examples that you guys are setting before them? You know, that kind of bothered me. Like I said, I'm sorry this conversation has bothered me.
Well, it's good. Actually, don't be sorry. Because
Rich.
if it don't be sorry. Because if it bothered you, that means it struck a chord. And that's what we want. We want a conversation that engages people and that makes people think about their life, about moving forward, and how they're going to move forward. It's not about diving into misery, but it's about how to get out of that. And just to correct one thing,
Yeah.
I am divorced. I didn't have a terrible divorce. I didn't have a horrible divorce, and it was so long ago. I barely even remember it. And I have 2 awesome kids and a granddaughter as a result. But I am divorced. And I'm not absolutely against marriage. My point is, and I think you actually made my point, is that if you're going to get married, you have to choose that woman who adds to your peace. She cannot be a woman who doesn't add to your peace. She has to be able to bring something to the table of value. And for me, that value is peace and respect. That's what that value is to me. That's what she can bring to the table that is worth my lifetime provision and protection. That's the one thing she can provide. I mean, she doesn't have to equal me in money. She doesn't have but bring peace and bring respect to the table. And if you can't do that, then you don't deserve my lifetime of provision and protection.
But it's something you guys have to build together.
Absolutely.
You guys got to be a team. Because
say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. You got to be a what?
It's something you build together. It's the same thing. Every aspect of your relationship. One provides, you're saying that you provide protection, and she provides the cleaning. I'm sorry, that's a sexist role I mentioned. I don't mean it.
It's what it is. That way. It's what it is.
There are sexist roles, but there's other things. There's cooking. There's cleaning. There's maintenance. I got friends that can't change a tire, so there's maintenance on vehicles.
Providing and protecting is a sexist role. It's just the other way around.
So many other things out there that build it.
Right.
You know, and it's something that you have to do together, and you have to be that team.
Right.
You know.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. You got to be a what? You got to be a what?
It's just got to be a team.
Thank
you. Build it together.
Amen.
So.
Amen. Wow. Hey, you're preaching, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'll be in the Philippines there in about a year. I plan on playing dominoes with you. I hear you're pretty good.
Okay. I'll let you boy when you get here. We'll play.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Love you. Like I said, Miss Cheng, if I got you in trouble, you can kick my ass.
No, we're good. We're good. Don't let it be the last time you call in. You make a lot of sense.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Have a good one.
Right, I like him, man. I'm glad I got him in. He called a few times and we kept missing him. But look, he will take this other call. I love the calls, man. I love the calls.
This is a good topic.
Yeah, Jimmy Harris from Maryland.
What's happening, Jimmy? What you got on this topic, man?
Yeah. The problem with the world today, with marriage couples, you got to stop calling each other like men call their wives queen. They're not queens. They are your mate. Because a queen don't work, don't cook, don't do nothing. Okay? She got to stop calling him a king. A king don't work. You work. You earn money. Stop putting each other up on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Live the way God said live.
Mm-hmm.
You are supposed to help each other. And one no better than the other. I get sick of guys, oh, this is my queen. She's not your queen. She is your wife.
I have no problem with what you're saying, bro. I fully concur. I think too many dudes pedestalize their wives or their girlfriends. They put them on a pedestal, and I think I don't think she does the same thing for him. And I think that's where there's a divide. I think if it's a contract, if marriage is truly a contract, which it is, then both people have to bring something of equal value for it to be a valid contract. There must be what we call in law consideration. That means the other party brings something of equal value. And if she's not, or if he's not bringing something of equal value, then it's not a good contract to enter into. That's my premise.
Okay. Now, just like Cheng, I like Cheng.
Me too.
Thank you.
Me too.
Yeah, she got a beautiful smile.
Mm-hmm. Give it to her.
I'm gonna tell you, and y'all just have me. She just have me cracking up laughing all the time. So She's a beautiful person,
Thank you.
and you are a very respectable young man. I'm 72 years old, so I can I can say that.
Thank you, sir.
So the thing of it is, people have forgot how to live together. Peace is when a man come home from work, given his time, okay, and things will be fine. Don't talk at each other, talk to each other, and peace will be there forever.
She's got to
All I
bring
got to
peace.
say.
And thank you for your call. Don't let it be the last time. You make a lot of sense, brother. A lot of sense. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Shiesty?
Shiesty bum.
Western culture wasn't only curated by women. Men played a massive part.
Right. Okay. All right.
Okay,
We're kind of
so,
going backwards.
Yeah, okay.
What
So
do you want to do?
so Miss Luca. Miss
Okay.
Luca's comment.
All right.
Okay, so Miss Luca said, marriage is a commitment and a partnership where each contributes not necessarily equally but valued by both, where both sides tries to fill each other's shortcomings and respect each other's strengths.
Hey, you know,
I agree.
okay.
Because each of us has their shortcomings and your partner has to complement that shortcomings. So I think that when you always look at your partner as you you're saying equal value, I get that. But the value or the thing that she's bringing in, you need to value that also because those are two different things.
What do you value? Well, okay. And I see, I think I'm cool with the whole thing about equality, right? Not 50-50, but 50%. I want you to match my effort. And I'm not saying you, and I'm not saying, I think the woman should match his effort and vice versa, right? So we'll take this call. We'll take this call. Remind me what I was talking. Second.
I only
Right?
remember the vice.
Come on, what you got?
What's up, brother? It's me, Kenny.
What's happening, Kenny? What's going on, man? What you got on this topic, man?
I agree with what he just said. You know, it's better to talk with each other than at each other, and teamwork makes the teamwork. But
you said something about a team.
Give that. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It's got to be a team,
work like
right?
a team.
You got to be a team.
Dream works beautifully.
Right. How do you have a team?
Each one plays their equal part to make things work.
See, we're all saying the same thing, but I think I agree with the caller a couple of times ago where I'm saying sometimes I don't think it gets through to certain parties. I think it's easy. We've all been conditioned to know what women want and what women need and what we're supposed to do with women. What are you guys supposed to do for us? We've all been conditioned. I'm not jumping. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, baby. I'm just saying. I'm saying we all know every effing man has been told what we're supposed to do for women. You're supposed to do this. You got to give them that. And what are they supposed to do for us? We give away this provision and protection way too easily. Way too easily. What are you supposed to do for us?
Sometimes yep, I agree. Sometimes way too easily.
Right.
So I think
but
also,
it has to.
Go ahead.
Oh, dang it. Kenny, call back. Bro, sorry, I hit the wrong button. My bad, bro. Go ahead while he's calling back.
So I think that when you say you're providing and protecting.
Okay. That was my bad.
On the hang up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that was my bad.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. What you got, man? That was my bad. I hit the wrong button.
No, Cheng was about to say something when I dropped the call.
Yeah, so
And I felt bad.
It's okay. So when you say about providing, men are providers and protectors. I think also that when you're in a long-term commitment, sometimes men undervalue what women bring. That you, for example, we do wife duties for girlfriend prices, so that's why but you also provide and protect, but at a certain extent. You're not providing like a husband, you're providing like a boyfriend, but you're expecting women to provide wife duties, but we're just a girlfriend. So you get what I mean?
Yeah, but that's just
like true. Both sides fall into that category. Both sides. It's whatever, like both do equal things. The way you believe is exact, and the way men believe is exact. most times we forget that we have to find that neutral ground so we can communicate.
There's compromise. You got to
provide equally the way we're supposed to, not, oh, I'm better than you, you're better than me, I do more than you do more. We got to do an equal partnership. Otherwise, we don't succeed, no matter what level we're on.
All right. I absolutely agree with you. I appreciate your call, Kenny. We're going to take a couple more calls. You know you're my brother, man.
Go, bro. I try to stay within that 2-minute limit.
No, you did great. You did great. We appreciate you.
Stay safe. Enjoy, man.
Thank you. I wanted to do my deuce close because my finger gets cut off.
I think there's this thing where we have to come to an understanding, and I think we keep talking about equality. Okay. I gotta start writing my stuff down, right? No, this is good. This is good. That means that they like the topic. Caller, what you got? Caller, what you got?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
How you doing? Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for taking the call.
Sure. Go ahead, man. What you got?
First off, Richie Rich and Cheng, thank y'all very much. Y'all, I applaud you all both. I watch y'all all the time, and y'all make a lot of people upset because y'all doing it right. And that's a whole bunch of I mess them up. Just mess them up. I gotta say that because it's true.
It ain't easy.
Please tell me about it. But the previous two callers, I commend them for what they said, the gentleman there, and it is true. Another thing too, and I notice here a lot of guys that leave the United States, and one of the things they leave the United States for is peace. We can talk all the things about relationships, but the number one thing you're going to leave the country for is some peace. And when you do that, go abroad and travel, and I've traveled abroad, and I played basketball in a foreign country. I know what that's about, actually 2 of them. And the number one thing I experienced there was the cultural thing, which was fun to do, enjoying the air, different air quality, and the people. They were always nice. But you're athlete, so you're constantly being hounded about autographs anyway. But that's another story. Now that I'm older now and I train a lot, I still like to travel. And I applaud you all because at this point in time, with all the stuff that's going on, people have always tried to throw roadblocks in relationships and roadblocks in cultures. To me, that's just a roadblock. It's nothing there. It's just political. And you know it. And we see it all the time.
Right.
But the bottom line is that you make it so beautiful because of the fact that you all have shown your fun side, your serious side, and the real side. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
So it makes it real beautiful for people to enjoy. And once you do that, you're going to see harmony in your home. Because when you have harmony in your home, it's going to be joy. And that's what you're all presenting. And that's what you're all presenting. I appreciate what you're doing. And God bless you both.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Don't let it be the last time you call in, man.
You know I'm going to call in again. I got to check in, so I'm going to call again.
Appreciate you, brother. Take care.
You.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay. I think there's the whole thing. When we talk about equality, I have to make sure that people understand. I'm not talking about it's 50% of this and we both put in 50. I'm talking about effort. I'm talking about effort. I'm talking about if you expect, again, and I keep coming back to that because I think our provision and protection is more valuable than a lot of men, and a lot of women take it because I think men don't put enough value on that provision and protection. But if I'm doing that, I make your life easy. You don't have to worry about where you're going to get your meal from. You don't have to worry about where you're going to sleep tonight. I make it easy for you to cook me dinner because you have a stove, you have a house, you have a bed to sleep in. You have all those things because of what I'm doing. And in return, your job is to bring peace. Your job is to respect what I do and to bring peace to that house to where I can get up the next day and do it again, and the next day and do it again. And that's how we become a team. I don't think there's enough women out there. I'm not saying all women. I don't think there's enough women out there, especially in the West and even here too, that value what a lot of men bring to the table. And I don't think they're willing to match what that man brings to the table. And when I say match it, I mean bring peace, add to his peace, and respect what he does. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We'll get into the comments real quick. Let's see.
We already read that.
Okay, so we need to go this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down.
All right, we'll do this. Go ahead. King Widor. I think that's where we were before.
Yeah. Peace, she's not causing war in the house.
She's not causing war in the house.
She's not nagging you. She's not calling you out.
And you know, I'm lucky because you don't do those things. Thank you for not nagging me, and thank you for not calling me out. I appreciate that. All right. Andrew Baker. What's happening, Andrew? Andrew said, salute Richie and Cheng. I appreciate you, Andrew. And what's again?
See, Alistair.
I know the profile picture. Yeah. Cooperation, right? A woman who cooperates with you. Would communication be part of cooperation?
I think so.
There's that at the beginning of it, which means two things or multiple things working together, right? So communication would be part of that, yeah? Fair enough. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, you want to go ahead and read this one?
Okay. So Iber said, the peace my wife brings to me is she allows me to be me. Respect, she allows me to be the head of our home, the leader. She's supportive and we communicate.
Respect and communication. Damn. It must be a hell of a wife, Iber.
And she allows you to be you. I think that's important in a partnership. Your partners feel safe to just to be with.
Just to be them. Huh?
Just to be them.
You need to be you. You need hold on. Get this junk, this goop off your eyebrow. You need to be you. What do you need? If I were, let's just say I wasn't allowing you to be you. If I were allowing you to be you, what would that mean to you? What would that mean to you? That you could do what that you can't currently do?
I think I'm just a light-hearted person. I'm just goofy all the time. And sometimes I need to, because that's how I look at life. I look at life lightly, and because you can't be dwelling at the past all the time. So when I deal with it, because men and women are different, when I deal with the stuff now, I forget about it. That's not how I do not dwell. I move forward because I don't want all the things to pile up in my heart. So that's why I most of the time, if you notice, I'm a little, when it's serious, although sometimes I insert some jokes because I want it light.
You're jokey Smurf. You're jokey Smurf. You're not.
Yeah.
What's your name, Smurf? What was Smurfette?
Smurf.
You're not Smurfette. You're jokey Smurf.
Yeah, I'm jokey Smurf. No, something like that. So I think that sometimes I have to be. There are times where I need to be serious, and I know those certain situations. But also, just be. I just want to be very, very lighthearted because you're working hard already, and relationship should not be hard work.
It shouldn't be. How do you make it easier? How do you make? Because people keep. I noticed that in the comments, people keep talking about these crazy things. Cooperation. Crazy. Who cooperates and communication and this. Hold on. And this other crazy word I keep hearing, team. Team. Now go ahead.
So I understand that men should be leaders, but also if you allow us to be part of your team, then you should also cooperate with us also. So it's not just the women who will cooperate with the man will also cooperate with the woman. And same thing, just being a team. So if you want us to be your team members, of course, we're going to follow you because you're the leader, but also you have to cooperate with us also. So
how do we cooperate with, how does the man? So this is a good teaching point because there's a lot of men in the audience. How does the man cooperate with the woman?
So I think a man can cooperate with a woman by listening also to her point of view, but not just listening for the sake of listening, but listen to her point of view, how she views it. Because a lot of times you listen and then you interpret it based on your point of view as a man, but you're not looking at it as a point of view of a woman. So all those things said, that a lot of times men are logical. You look at it always at the logical point of view, and you're just listening, but you're not actually listening to her point of view.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate that perspective, and I'm sure the crowd, I'm sure the audience does too, right? Okay. Okay. Did we read this one already? Yeah, we did. We just did this one. So let's go with Paul Creed.
Paul said, contract with the government, get a prenuptial, otherwise the government will do it for you. It also gives an opportunity for some very important and telling conversations. I am very pro-marriage, but...
Oh, part 2. We got a part 2 coming somewhere.
We'll just find it later.
Find it, okay?
Yeah, so your affirmations daily said, peace is accountability and the ability to moderate your emotions.
To moderate your emotions, right? So you shouldn't. So should you be emotional? But I'm the man, right? So should I be emotional? Do you want me to be emotional?
No, not really. At some point, because if you're not emotional, you're not going to understand her point of view.
So you need me to be emotional.
At sometimes, I don't.
You need me to be compassionate, empathetic, or emotional.
I think compassionate.
Okay.
And
but emotional, you want me?
Not really emotional and crying to me all the time.
Okay.
No, not like that. But I think you have to. I don't think that, so the caller said that it doesn't get through, the message doesn't get through me. I think also a lot of times women's messages or my message doesn't really get through you. So it's really frustrating on both our parts maybe. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You want to read that?
Yeah. So Amawat said, Cheng, women seem to enjoy drama. Why? So I think I have an answer for that.
Give it
Sometimes because a lot you hear this before, not just from me, from other women also, that we want to be heard because literally we are misunderstood.
We want to be heard.
Not heard.
And we want solitude and silence and quiet. Do you think those two things go together?
No.
Which one is more important?
Wait,
we want to be heard, and we want solitude and silence.
Let me explain. See, this is where the part where the message doesn't go through. Okay, so we want to be heard, meaning we want to be understood by our partner.
Okay.
So we're trying to get the message across, but you don't get it the way we want it.
Keep giving it to us and keep giving it and keep giving it, keep giving it.
No, we just give up. We're just not gonna say it. We just stay quiet na lang.
Really? You think that's what most women do?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that's why there's a lot of men in this audience. I think that's why. Okay. All right.
So Stink Shag said, understanding what you and your woman value most in a relationship. My woman and I value peace over everything. That being said, we don't fight. And if we disagree, we don't let it dwell to the next day.
Okay. Stink Shag, we all have things to work on. And if there's something that I can pinpoint for sure that I need to work on, I don't forget. I forgive. I always forgive because you got to forgive. But I'm not easy on forgetting, bro. When you cause me problems, it's something that sticks in my mind. Especially when I'm doing you right and I don't feel like you're doing me right in return, bro. It stays there. And maybe I have to do a little bit better with when it comes to, I just feel like what I bring to the table is pretty valuable. I really do. And I feel like when I'm with somebody, that person I choose, I want that person to respect what I bring to the table and bring something of equal value. And that thing to me is peace and respect.
Sometimes do you think that being a lawyer or being a lawyer makes you overthink a lot?
No.
Sometimes it's something so simple makes you make it into something bigger and you overthink a lot of times.
No, I think I'm analytical. I think that I probably think more. I get what you're saying, but I think I probably do think about things more than the average person. Yeah. So, but I mean, look, as my mom said, my mom was a doctor. You got to take, you got to take what comes with it, what comes with the package, right? A lot of what you get with dating a lawyer is going to be great. And some things you may not like. Sometimes we might be very analytical, might analyze a lot of different things or think more or be more reasonable when you want somebody who's emotional. I'm not emotional. I'm not super emotional unless you push me to a point to where I have to be, but I am very analytical. I am. And for me, I know what I want. I know what my expectations are, and I've put mine out there as far as what I expect from a relationship, to where there is no misunderstanding what I want. And again, I would challenge people. We all know, as men, we all know what women want. We've been programmed. It's been drilled into us what women want, what we got to do for women. But you ask women, what men want or what men need, what they're supposed to do for men. And suddenly, no clue, no answer, not a clue, because they just know what they want. But I'm not that dude. I know what I want, and I'm not willing to accept a woman who won't give that to me, because I'm going to provide, I'm going to protect, I'm going to give her what she needs, I'm going to do my best to. But if she won't give me what I want, then we don't have a future, and it's that simple. That's how I feel. I think a lot of women, a lot of dudes give up the moment they get hit with the lube job and the tune-up. Boom! Hey, I'll give you anything you want. How much money do you need? How much money? And months later, a couple of years later, he's broke because he gave her everything, and he's crying and complaining because he gave her everything. She gave him nothing back, and he finally got tired of it. Me, I'm telling you up front, I'm just not going to tolerate that bullshit. I'm not going to tolerate it. You know it up front. And if you don't give me what I need in return, I have to show you that I'm going to give you what you need. But if you don't give me what I need in return, then our relationship, it's going to be a very short relationship.
Move on to the next comment.
Godzilla. I must have missed something.
King Ghidorah. Because the King Ghidorah is also Godzilla.
Ah, right. Zeke told me that. Okay. Right.
So Raymond said, I have these things now with the Filipina I am with.
Right. And that's it. I mean, the key is to vet and find a woman, find a partner, woman or man, who provides you with what you need. I think that is the key. Okay? You want to read that?
I will probably marry my girl, so if and when I pass before her, I can leave something behind for her to continue her peace at my expense. So I think that's one benefit. It's still not a benefit for men. It's still a benefit for women.
Waiting for you to finish that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with what he said, because I think that's part of what you want to do. The legacy that you leave behind should be better than what you started with. You want to make your kid's life, your wife's life better than it was when you began the relationship. I think that's super important. But she has to value what you're doing and value what you're bringing to the table. I firmly believe that. Okay. All right.
Okay. So don't need to be married to leave stuff behind. My best friend is the beneficiary of everything I own.
Exactly. And yet another reason, right? You can, I can have a life insurance policy, get an annuity and give it to you or to the boys or to my granddaughter. And I don't have to be married to do that. Yep.
Okay. A wise man said, why do women always refer to another woman? Because it's always the issue. For a lot of cases, in a lot of cases. So Amirabui said, what about the guy who has many wives? So that we talked about that the other night, about being related to our live stream yesterday, that it's part of the culture. And I think if you're a woman in that particular part of culture or religion, you just have to accept it because that's what you signed up for.
Exactly. What if you marry a Muslim man? There's several Muslim countries out there, and even in parts of the United States where having plural marriages is still accepted. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's still acceptable. We're getting toward the end. We'll take this call from Gregory again. Back on.
Hello, Gregory.
Go ahead, brother. What you got, man?
Hey, how you doing? What you were just saying about men knowing what women want and women not knowing what men want. One of the reasons is that one of the reasons I think it's the way that it is because from young boys to men, males are raised to get a job, get a family,
provide and protect.
Prepare for a wife, etc., etc. But women are raised for the same things, meaning get a job, etc. But they're not raised to get a husband. They're raised to prove that you don't need a husband.
That's what's going on now.
Okay. That's what's going on right now. Now, the reason that's so different than how it was 50, 60, 100 years ago is that a woman was always taught you need to know how to do A, B, C so that you can take care of your husband. Men were taught you need to know how to do A, B, C to take care of your wife and your kids.
Right.
However, men are still being raised to be traditional
But women aren't.
But women are not being raised to be traditional,
Great.
yet they expect the same traditional values from the men.
Great. You make too much sense, bro.
But when the men turn to them and say, okay, but I'm giving you the traditional values, where is your traditional values in return? The women get up in arms. But then at the end of the day, we can't really blame the women because that's the way they were raised.
We've been given it to them.
Exactly. We've always been given it. That's the way we've been trained, socialized, raised. Men have been raised. We get what we need to get. We get a good job, we get an education, we build a house because we need to put a woman in it. And the woman now, that's why you have women now, they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean.
Right.
They know more about weave and makeups than a bread recipe.
Right. 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 Hey, Greg.
Okay, so
Greg, we got to move on. But let me tell you this.
No problem.
You can't call no more, man. You make too much sense. You make too much sense, brother. I'm just playing. Don't let it be the last time you call in, man.
Thank
For
you,
real. Love your takes, man.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? He just really nailed it. I'm that cat that's gonna be different. I'm not getting down with what everybody is doing. I'm saying I demand more than what people are offering. And if you can't give me more, I'm cool being alone. I'm that different dude because I value what I bring to the table. I value what I offer, and I'm not willing to accept less. Coochie doesn't mean that much to me. You can't control me with coochie. You can. I'm not saying you. I know you don't try to control me with coochie ever. I'm just saying I ask for more than what a lot of other dudes are willing to accept, and I'm not willing to accept less because I understand the value of what I bring to the table. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
I think I saw Eman somewhere.
You saw Real Deal?
Yeah, that's why I want to go back to his comment there. I saw him. But
Okay, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's here, 11:49.
Okay, real 11:49. Okay, we'll get to that. Raymond said, "Can you read Raymond's comment?"
Rich, why do you say marriage after 50 does not benefit the man?
Raymond, call in and tell me why it does. Give me reasons. I challenge anybody to give me 3 reasons, and we can take 3 calls. We can take 3 calls and give me 1 reason each. Give me 3 ways in which being married benefits a man more than a woman, or more than him being in a long-term relationship.
Just give a benefit, at least one.
I challenge. Tell me how it benefits the man to get married. Tell me how it benefits you more than you would have, or better than what you would have if you were just in a long-term relationship. Give it to me, Raymond. I'll take that. All right, we'll take this call. All right. Caller, what you got?
Yeah, it's me again.
Okay.
When the brother was talking about women being raised to compete with men in the work environment,
Mm-hmm.
we also got to remember what Lyndon B. Johnson did when he signed that thing into
Yes.
the law.
He fucked us up.
When he made the welfare state.
Yes.
That women be at home and kick the men out of the house. So that made, permanent kids being raised by their mothers.
Exactly.
I don't mean it sound bad, but women generally don't know how to raise boys.
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
And men don't know exactly how to be men because unless they have strong male role models.
Exactly.
And some do and a lot don't. Mm-hmm. And we have this balance of, emotionally driven men mm-hmm. and very masculinized women. And this is the spiraling crap that we're going through right now in the West. Because our roles have been mismatched together like some bad Play-Doh.
That's why men keep coming here. That's why men come here.
Right, exactly. That's what I had to add.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. Yep. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Okay. We'll take some calls. We got 16 minutes left in this live stream. Give me 3 ways in which marriage, especially after 50, but hell with marriage after 50. Give me 3 ways that marriage, period, benefits a man more so than it would if he were just in a long-term relationship with a woman. I challenge you. Give me 3 ways. You give me 1 way. Give me 1 way, and I'll take another call and take the other way. Right? Go ahead. While we're waiting, because I'll wait. What you got?
I don't have any.
Okay.
I keep telling you, I don't have any benefit from a man because I think that it favors more of the women. So yeah. So the black box said, I hear you, Anders. I have a big collection, so it's like an internal movement. So let's go to real deal. I saw him 11:49.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure we're not missing anybody.
Okay. Okay. Let's have that. King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah, I think Cheng is listening but understand it from her point, but perhaps might not have seen enough on a global stage.
Well said. I like how you said that, King Dora. I like how you said that. Okay.
Okay, Black Box said it may or may not depending on the situation. On average, most older men were previously married and had children, and adding another marriage to your life can be problematic. So Shiesty said, well, I just think people should be happy. If that's being married at 50, then so be it.
And it could be. But does it require marriage for you to be married? I mean, sorry. Does it require marriage for you to be happy at 50? That's my point. Tell me how it's an advantage. Tell me what you gain from being married. Okay, that's okay. We'll take a call. International call. Oh, who's this? This is China. Caller, who's this?
This is Hot Sauce.
What's up? What's up, caller?
You know me. What's going on? We met before when you were going to work at a Howard spot back in Shanghai.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you.
No, you were talking about should men get married after 50, and I will have to say no, because the great divorce. And people got to understand when men get divorced, it bankrupts people. It bankrupts men.
Doesn't bankrupt women.
Depression. Say again?
Doesn't bankrupt women.
Yeah. And also you have high levels of suicide, depression, loss of children. You know, like in this day and age, you have to, if a man wants a family, he has to bring the family to the party. You got to do surrogacy, have your own kids do surrogacy. And then, just, that cohabitation is probably going to be better than marriage. Because even in great divorce, right, we're saying lots of people in their old age getting divorced. Yeah. And who's going to start over at 60?
I totally agree. Who wants to start over at 60, right? That's a tough call, brother. That's a tough call. Hey, man, it's good hearing from you. I appreciate you calling. Go ahead and finish up. What were you going to say?
Yeah, so I was just saying, man, the only way you would get married is if you go somewhere like Kazakhstan, where like it is absolutely non-negotiable for her to get a divorce. Right. Kazakhstan or somewhere like where it would just be a shame.
Right.
Other than that, you can't, because what people got to understand is that when you get married, what keep married people together is the society, right? It's either through her religion or her culture or his culture and religion. It's not through sheer will, right? And if you don't have that environment surrounding you, divorce is likely.
I agree. I totally agree.
Because look, I love my mother unconditionally. My mother is the only woman in the world that I love absolutely unconditionally. And I need a break from her too. So just imagine, a wife that is not that you don't love unconditionally. Right? And I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, it's true.
When you're married, right? It's there's conditions, right? Like I'm gonna love you as long as you don't cheat on me.
Exactly.
I'm gonna love
there
you.
Are conditions.
Don't be just conditions, right?
Yes.
Right? But with my mom and my brother, that's pretty much as close as unconditional. And even that, I need I need space and time away.
Right.
So just imagine a person that doesn't have that unconditional love. How hard it is to stay together for 40 years, 50 years.
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. Hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
I appreciate. Don't let it be the last time you call in, bro. We appreciate you. Take care. Bye.
Okay, y'all take care.
Right. I mean, he's right. I mean, people talk about this unconditional love. You have that for your children. You have that for your children. I don't even necessarily think you have that for your parents. I don't think so, because I think you love them no matter what. I don't think you do. I think no, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
general.
I'm making a general statement. Do you have unconditional? I think it's predicated. I don't think so
Depends
either.
on how your parents treat it.
Exactly. I think you have unconditional love for your children. Period. But yeah, nah, man. We'll take some calls. I got 10 minutes left.
Let's get to
Hit me with some calls. Somebody tell me how marriage benefits you. How marriage benefits you. Why should you get married after 50? Somebody give it to me. Right? I've heard the religious angle. I don't think that's necessarily a reason, but I understand and I respect that. But give me ways in which marriage benefits men after the age of 50 that you couldn't get if you were just in a long-term relationship.
I think that when you're in a long-term commitment, or if you're married as a man and you're
Hold that thought. You gotta write your stuff down, right? Caller, give it to us.
Peace, number one. Number two, men live longer when they're married compared to single. That's a big benefit. I want to live longer. Therefore, I want to get married to the right person.
Boom, the right person. Okay.
Third, I want her to feel like she's on my team permanently. So she'll relax and give me peace.
I'll give you the second one. I'll give you the men live longer when you pick a good wife. When you choose a good wife, you men live longer. But again, that depends on the wife you pick. And I don't think peace is guaranteed by any means when you get married. In fact, I think you have less of a chance to have peace once you get married because her expectations go up.
But on average, Rich, the average man lives longer if he's married compared to the average man who's single.
I'll give you that.
So there is some truth to that.
No, I'll give you that for sure. I think that's the one good point. That's one of the good points you made, and I'll give you that. So one, there's one. I'll give you one out of those for getting married after 50.
My woman gives me peace. So
right,
there's that.
Right. You got to find that woman. They're not unicorns, but they don't grow on every tree.
They're not unicorns. You're absolutely right. They're not unicorns. You have to vet. Yeah. You have to find the married woman. And in fact, most men are probably better off not getting married. But if you find the right woman, yes.
That's it. And thanks again. I appreciate you, Jeff. Because I said it's not absolute. I don't say you should absolutely not. But I'm saying, if you're asking me, is it beneficial for most men over 50 to get married? I'm going to say no. And I think that's the one. He made one solid point, is that statistically, if you marry and you have a good wife, then a lot of men live longer. And I agree with that. Statistically, it's true.
It made me think lang.
It
made me think. To men who are saying, especially those in a long distance relationship with their Filipina, and then they're saying that the woman is giving them peace. You're not 100% together. How do you know that's peace?
Well, I agree. No, I completely agree with that, because you're in a long distance relationship and you're
peace.
Yeah, and I mean you're talking. You're not together, and it's different. And as much as some people are able to do that, it is different than being living with somebody or being with somebody and seeing them every damn day, because then there is nothing like being around somebody every day to know who that person is, whether their breath is funky, whether they snore all the damn time, whether they whether they're going to be drama queens. There is nothing like it to know. You got to be around that person for a long time to know those things. Let's take another call. Caller, what you got?
You only get 2.2 years being married. What you talking about?
Well, I mean, statistically, I just
looked it up. I dropped it by his talking. Yes, he's right. You do live longer, but only by 2.2 years.
I'll take it. You can do a lot of stuff in 2.2 years. I'll take that. It's okay. I mean, 2.2 years. What have you accomplished in the last 2.2 years? A lot. I'll take that.
I'll kind of mitigate that with the fact you still got to find the perfect girl first and really give you peace. Versus maybe I'll lose 2.2 years, maybe.
Right. Well, and not the perfect girl, not the perfect girl, but a damn good one.
Right. Well, get somewhere close to it and maybe and possibly lose everything, but gain 2.2 years.
Right.
Where's the scale on that?
And as I said before, now here's where I agree with you. As I said before, the risk far outweighs the reward. Far outweighs the reward. Yeah. No, good points. Good points. I said the same thing.
Let me down the beach in peace.
All right. Take care, man. Bye.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Go ahead. What you want to say?
I think that when you're married as a man, and you have children, I think it would set a role model, like being married also. Diba, you're setting the relationship, what your kids would want to look for in a relationship. So I think being married is, teaching your children to have this level of commitment to their partner. So I think that's one.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that, but the question still stands. How does that benefit the man? How does it benefit the man to be married? I didn't hear in there a benefit to him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with what you just said. I'm just saying the question stands. What's the benefit to a man? I can give you a plethora of benefits to a woman. What's the benefit to a man over 50 to get married? What's the benefit to a man under 50 to get married? In this day, how would he benefit other than, what would he do? What's better for him to do than a long-term relationship? What would he accomplish that would be more than that?
I think it's just the label. I think it's just being called a husband, being called a wife. That's the one of the things lang.
And all the responsibilities that go with it. That goes with it. And someone said something that actually made me think too. When do you ever hear about a woman going bankrupt after a divorce? Never. But I know so many men who lost their asses after a divorce or in a divorce. You never hear about a woman going bankrupt after a divorce. Why is that?
And because more of the assets and the properties came from the man. Or maybe if she has assets and responsibilities, you sign up for prenup. So she still gets her property.
She still gets what she gets. The woman benefits from marriage. She gains substantial benefits from being married. The guy gets, I'm not saying the guy gets nothing, but what would he get from marriage that he couldn't have from a long-term relationship? I don't think very much, except for living 2.2 more years. Right? Okay. All right. So no calls. So
let's read.
Okay. Did we miss? Let's see if we can get the last 11:49. Okay, you're hell bent on 11:49. Let's get to that.
It's a real deal. He just
now Real Deal's married now, right? So 11:49. Okay.
Comments a lot.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Go to global.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but an age gap woman by definition cannot add to a man's peace, because they require nurturing to help with the maturation.
You know what? I can't correct you, Global, because you're absolutely right. Because when you get into an age gap relationship, you are going to be the teacher. You're going to be teaching a lot. She's going to be learning a lot from you. And that makes it difficult for you to have peace, because she's learning from her mistakes and she's learning at your expense. So I can't correct you, and I don't think you're wrong, Global. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I'm just saying facts are facts.
Ayan, the real deal. A question for Richie.
Mhm.
Is Cheng bringing peace and respect in your life? Is yes, will you get married again? Question for Cheng. Would you like to get married again? I think I'll answer first. I will answer first the question of Eman. I think I would like to get married again. But again, as previously mentioned, I would do it for the benefit of the boys. Because I think that I want them to be in a family.
And that's understood, and that's understandable. The answer from me: does Ching bring respect to my life? Absolutely. I think Ching is very respectful. I think culturally, there's some things that that we have to find compromise on, but overall, I think she's very respectful. Regarding the peace thing, I think there's still some work to do. That's me being real. We'll take this last call. We'll finish it on this call. So what do we got? Hold on a second. Caller, give it to me. What you got?
It's Ray.
Go ahead.
So,
what you got, Raymond?
My question to you is, Rich,
Mhm.
and everybody in the live. How many quality women do you actually think would be okay in a long-term relationship? I'm talking about quality women that you know for a fact is a quality woman. If you met it and it's a quality woman.
If it's a quality woman, she won't have a problem getting married.
I don't think
she.
I don't think too many. I don't think any quality women would just be okay in a long-term relationship.
Probably
with no
not.
marriage.
And if it's a quality woman, she's not going to have a problem getting married. If it's a woman who brings peace to her man, she's not going to have a problem getting married. She's not going to have a problem because that man is absolutely unequivocally going to understand her value to the relationship. So
It's kind of personal. I'll just do a little, and there's been a little hints in there from who. I'm just gonna put it at that.
I didn't follow you on that one. What I missed something. We missed something.
But there's been a hint from Peach about
gotcha.
I ain't necessarily too cool with just staying.
Gotcha. Okay. Right. Well, Raymond.
Been living some hints.
Well, Raymond, if you feel like she's that kind of quality woman, what stops you? What stops you? I know what stops me. And I'm not saying no one should do it. I'm an advocate. If you ask me an honest question, especially from a lawyer's point of view, I'm going to give you an honest answer.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. It's starting to rain real hard. I'm out here in the garden, man, and it's starting to rain hard.
It doesn't look like it's raining hard. I like how you changed the subject. Good job on that one. But right.
No, honestly, no. Yeah. It's not necessarily stopping me. You just want to make sure you're doing
exactly
doing the right thing.
It's a hell of a commitment, a lifetime commitment, right? I don't know about y'all, but I want to be sure.
Say no with her.
Yeah.
Well, Ray, my question, Raymond, if she's not okay with not being married, then it's her decision not to. If she really want to get married.
But she ain't saying it's gotta happen now, but she is jumping. Hey, at some point here, we can't be going on for another 2 years in this situation. Basically, is what she's saying. I mean, she put a note on my desk. I think I told you, Rich. She put a note on my desk with a note. There was a note in there, and it said, "Just in case you forgot," with an updated cinema from January of this year.
That's a hell of a hint. That's a hell of a hint, right? I'm ready to get married, basically, right? Here's all the reasons. I'm free and clear.
Yeah, but she ain't pressuring me to say it's happening right now. She said she ain't willing to go another 3-4 years. Right. 2, 3, 4 years in the current situation.
Right.
But anyway, I don't want to take too much on the.
Appreciate you, Raymond. Give me a reason. You're the one who brought that question. Give me a reason a man should get married after 50. Give me a solid reason.
The guy. Hey, I can't think of the guy before. That's a good point. You do live longer if you have the quality.
Give me something else.
Get it long enough.
Yeah.
I can't really think of one.
Me either.
You're right. I can't think of one.
I just use.
I was sitting here trying to prove you wrong and listening. But I can't think of one.
Right.
I mean, I just can't think of one.
You can hit me later, brother. I'll get at you, man. Take care.
All right, later.
Yeah. I'm not a dude who argues emotionally. I'm not going to get all upset and pissy and all that stuff. I'm just logic, just logic and reasoning. That's it. Because that's what makes sense to me. Right. What you got?
I think there's a benefit. I read it in the comments.
Give it to me.
From Market Focus. He said, I have an instant caregiver.
An instant caregiver. But why wouldn't you have that as in a long-term relationship?
A long-term girlfriend can dip.
But a wife can dip.
Fair enough.
Okay. Caller, what you got?
Hey, this is Mr. Harris. I called you early. I wanted to say something to Cheng.
Okay.
When you said about your two boys, please, you can tell them how to be men, but Rich can show them how to be men.
Mm-hmm.
And when they become men, they will be excellent husbands.
Mm-hmm.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So when women have problems here in America saying I'm the mother and the father, no, it still takes that man to show them
I will never
how to be a man.
I will never take the role of a father to my children. I may be providing as their father, but I will never say that I am their mother and their father. I am their mother, but I will never be their father.
Mr. Harris, I will say this. Mr. Harris, I will say this. I think Cheng fully realizes that she can't teach a man to be a man, but she can provide that nurturing role and that other stuff. But it takes a man to raise a man. And I think I'll give her credit that she realizes that for sure.
Yeah, from watching the show, she is very. I mean, I love her to death. I love her to death.
Me too.
Because she's showing the women how to be a woman, and that's a good thing.
Me too.
So
I love her to death too.
Rich, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off the phone. This is a quote I want you to start using. How you know where I'm going if you ain't been where I've been? Understand where I'm coming from.
I like that.
I'll talk to you later.
I like that. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What a perfect way
to end
our show. Perfect way to end our show. I think this is what I like. I want people to be stirred. I want people to be, I want people to care and be passionate about the topic that we have. And so I think recently we've chosen some topics that people really give a damn about because it hits home. It resonates with people because there's a lot of men who are coming to the Philippines and they're thinking, I want to meet this woman. Maybe I want to get married. Maybe I want to have kids. But I want men to think about it. I want men to think about what they're doing. Don't just jump into something because she's giving you that ass. Get into it because she's the right woman. She brings peace. She respects you. She brings something to the table of value that matches what you bring to the table. I'm not talking about financially. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about effort. I'm talking about results. I'm talking about her adding to your peace. That's what I'm talking about. What's your final comment?
I think my final comment to this, whether you're married or not, I think as long as you respect each other and you love each other, it doesn't necessarily need to have to be married, because to be honest, it's just a contract between the law but I think when you get married, it involves God, and your life will be blessed if you both believe in God. But I think it's a commitment that between you and your partner. It's a commitment between you and your partner, nothing else. So respect your partner, love your partner, and yeah, give him what he needs and not what you want from the relationship.
And the last thing I want to say is this. Remember, we talk about contract. We've talked about a marital contract throughout this live stream. And if you will look at the legal definition of a contract. Look on ChatGPT or whatever. There has to be consideration in a contract. If there is no consideration, and it's not the same thing as being considerate. Consideration means something of equal value exchanged for a service, right? If there is no consideration, it's not a valid contract. And so what I'm saying is if you're in a contract, if you're in a marriage and you're not getting something of equal value for what you're giving, it's not a good marriage. It's not a good contract. And you're the one who's going to be the loser. It ain't going to be her. She's not going to go bankrupt after you get divorced. She's going to benefit every time she benefits. So it's in our best interest as men to either vet hard, carefully, take the time, pick the right woman for you, but for sure to choose the woman who respects you, who values what you bring to the table, and who brings peace to your life, who adds peace to your life, excuse me.
I think this live stream is very humbling for me, I think.
Why do you feel humble?
Because I think I underestimate or I undervalue the meaning or the definition of peace to a lot of men.
I think you do. I think you do.
So,
and I keep, it's interesting that no matter how much men say the same things in our live stream or in other live streams or on other videos, it's interesting that there are so many women that will gloss over that and they just care about what they're getting from the relationship. They gloss over that man's peace because until they get what they want out of the relationship, then that's what they care about. But they don't get that they would get that if they provide that man peace. If they add to his peace, they'll get those things if they chose the right man. They're going to get those things. But you have to bring peace to that relationship.
Every live stream is a learning experience.
As it should be. As it should be for me as well. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Join us for next week because I'm telling you, we're bringing the fire, son. So our next week's live stream, I'm not going to tell you the topic. We'll hit you about Thursday on the topic of the live stream, but you're going to like it. The solo show, I'm doing the solo show on Wednesday night. I do the solo show by myself, hence solo show. And then Saturday night again, we're gonna come at you with another topic that will be, I'm telling you, will be just as good. And it goes something like this: can you meet a good woman who's a good person, but not a good partner? Think about that. Think about that. We'll hit you with another video. Our next video comes out on Monday night, and we're looking forward to your comments and all that other stuff. Thank you guys for all you do. Slick Rick, thank you for being on the team and making everything so much easier for us, brother.
Thank you so much for watching over the chat.
It would be so hard to do it without you, brother. We love you. We appreciate you. And for all you guys in the audience, thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys and helping our channel to grow. If you have videos you want us to talk about, you have suggestions you want us, you want to hit us with, or you got comments, if you want to hit me via email. If you don't want to put it in the comment section, do that. We love you guys. Thank you. Anything else? That's it. Anything?
If you come to the Philippines,
oh yeah, go ahead.
Don't forget that to lead with your character, not with your cash.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do the promo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're planning to come here to the Philippines and you want to prepare, just please be considerate with our time also when you book a consultation, whether online or in person. We would love to have a consultation with you, and we'll answer the questions that you have, and send us an email.
And we'll do everything we can to make your trip here virtually worry-free.
Yes.
All right.
In person or live online consultations, we'll give it to you.
All right. Good enough. Thank you guys very much. I would say that's the end of this live stream. So deuces, we're out.